will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. Looks like a blink of an eye's not enough. She'd rather be staying for days now. I'd rather fix it than mess up again. She'd rather be burning it all now. I know it will end up in anger. I don't think we grew up, we just became older. She's aiming her words right into fire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire.
Hi guys, how's it going? Send food? Are you hungry? Why those long nails? It's not that long. I had it the other day when I was streaming. You didn't see it before. They're not that long.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back with a Titan series. We're here for week 3. The Premier Division's got the qualifiers ready to kick off here shortly. My name's Powerbang. I'll be your host for today's event. I'm so excited to dive into this week's action because not only have we got the Titan series going on, we've had some drama. We're going to discuss that. It might not have happened in our tournament, but we're going to take a peek. We've also got some roster mania happening, some things changing, so definitely lock in, buckle up, grab your popcorn, because today is going to be absolutely nuts. That being said, excited for some PUBG Mobile. It's going to be top-notch, top tier for the region. But if you haven't been paying attention so far, let's figure out how the heck this tournament is played. What is the Titan series? What are we looking at as far as format?
This is the Titan Series, mobile gaming's ultimate esports showcase. Teams will battle for ultimate battleground supremacy and a prize pool that stands
the second name is Harkus. Okay.
Each
First time I hear
Titan
that
Series
name.
season is 4 weeks long, and teams will play in 2 divisions, the Premier Division and the Challenger Division. Both Premier and Challenger teams will play in the qualifier stage that spans the first 3 weeks of the season. From there, the top 12 teams from the Challenger Qualifiers will join the bottom 4 teams from the Premier Qualifiers to play in Week 4's Challenger Finals. In the Challenger Finals, anything can happen, as the top 4 finishers will join the Premier Qualifiers top 12 in the Premier Finals later on in Week 4. The prize pool will be divided amongst the top 3 teams in the Premier Finals, and the top 12 Premier Finals teams will be guaranteed a slot in next season's Premier Division. In the Titan Series, the stakes are always high, as teams have the ability to climb up or plunge down the leaderboard. If you think your team has what it takes to compete at the highest
It's
level,
the drawings
prove
and
it.
and
Sign
it's
up
just
to
the
play by
material.
visiting titanseries.gg. You can also
Yeah,
stay
but
up
it's
to date with your
also-
favorite teams. Look up
It's
detailed
the
team and
design,
player
so you can say
statistics,
henna
and
or
even
mehendi,
grab custom
same thing.
Titan Series player cards to share with the community. This is the Titan Series, forged in fire.
Dang it, I love this event. I love the format. I love the chaos that's about to ensue on the battlegrounds, and I'm so excited to talk about it with my faithful compadres. Let's bring in Neptura, let's bring in Hot Jukes, and let's bring in Mustache Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Are you guys looking forward to week 3? First, Hot Jukes, tell me how you feeling, man.
You're darn right. I've been so hyped to see how these teams are going to perform now that PNPL is all set and done with. You mentioned it earlier, right? We've had roster swaps, crazy drama, and this is the first time we see these teams go back at it. So, I mean, I couldn't be more excited.
Heck yeah. Dave, are you ready to lock it in for this week, man?
Why
Tell
are
me
we
how you
here?
feeling.
We are here
Hey
doing
man, I got
a
the key in
watch
my
party.
pocket. I'm putting it in the door and I'm
Hyper is
turning
playing.
that key because, like you said, we are locking it in. And hopefully some of these players who got the swap that I'm sure we'll be talking about all day today, they're also trying to lock it in with their new teams here.
Woo-wee, that's what I'm talking about. Got keys. We got the cacao from Dave. Can't wait to get into that here in just a little bit. Neptura, welcome back. Glad to have you back on the show.
Hey.
Gonna get you behind the caster desk tonight as well for one of the
Yeah,
games. So
I'm
I'm
super
excited
excited.
for that. How are you feeling?
A little nervous, but no, I'm really excited. It's gonna be so fun. The week I think is gonna be
They played
ramping
really
up
bad. What's
um,
the...
in terms of getting into those finals. So
Nova
I think
this
last
morning?
week a lot of teams can. We're in for a real treat tonight. I'm super excited. Down to business.
In what?
Amazing. Well, really glad to have you back. Well, let's recap what's been going down so far. Week 2 was absolutely bananas. The storyline has been C4 Esports. They've been absolutely dominant so far through the first 2 weeks. We saw some teams
Oh,
like
the
YKG
PE finals.
here
Yeah, they're currently
not
in
start out
13th
so
place,
hot,
I
but they
think.
rebounded big in week 2. You can see Joey here on the high ground finally getting that chicken dinner that YKG's been after. That's going to vault them up the leaderboards as well. Dauntless has continued to be a really solid threat when looking at the tables so far this season. But overall, really, the theme of the season has been kind of the challenger teams kind of coming up, proving that they belong. And then the tried and true competitors like N-Hyper and YKG really trying to battle back and claw for every square inch. Now, Hot Jukes, we saw like Wanna Vigilantes here. You see Evo
I
and
didn't realize
crew on
when
the
you say
screen.
Nova, you meant like
They
actually
had a
Nova
promising
Esports.
performance
People still
last
say
week,
Nova for
but they
N-Hyper,
tried
so
to,
I thought you meant like
shake it up
N-Hyper.
just a little bit,
I was
dude.
like,
Are we gonna see
what did
some
N-Hyper play
Wanna
in the morning?
Vigilantes back in the power position tonight, or are they gonna struggle to find some new chemistry?
Oh, it's going to be interesting. I mean, every single time that you're going to have a roster swap, especially a big one, as we've seen some Wanted Vigilantes have over this break, anything can happen. I mean, it's going to be tough, right? You're trying to get new synergy together. I think what really depends is on how they start. If they start off with a big chicken dinner, even though you have a new roster, new teammate, that could just automatically, in those old squad
Hey,
members' head,
Lena.
just say, you know
Thank
what?
you.
That player has been the
It's
problem.
pretty fresh.
You know? Oh, now we're all good and we're good to go. So I think if one of Vigilantes start off strong, we could definitely see some changes from them.
They're only one
Heck
fight
yeah,
during
we
the
saw him in
day
the top
thing.
3 a few times last week as we take a peek at the results from last week. Aaron Gell a couple of times. Again, a lot of consistent performances throughout week 2, so really appreciate that. We'll take a peek at the overall rankings, though, after 2 weeks of play. This is what teams are going to be trying to shake up this week. Remember, the top 12 spots on this list is where you want to be. That's going to get you that automatic qualification into the Premier Finals. So everyone from K19 on upward is going to be in the clear. So teams like Execute, Golden Eagles, Caw, and Excuse are going to be trying to claw their way up and get into the clear so they do not get relegated to the Challenger Finals and have to qualify through there. So C4 and Hyper, Dauntless, and the Young Kings are in the driver's seat as of now. So looking forward to seeing how this kind of shakes up in here in just a bit. Now, those were the standings for Premier. We also had some action go down on Tuesday of this week. The third week of the Challenger Division kind of wrapped up, and we know how that shakes out, right? This season, the number of teams doubled from 16 to 32 competing for the top 12 spots in the Challenger Division. And here are your top 12. And I want to point out a couple of things that I see that are pretty cool. First and foremost, Wall Street Bets, a team that was relegated to Challenger after failing to make it through in Premier last season. Well, they came out with a vengeance, and they put up the top score through the qualifiers in the Challenger Division, so you can expect to see them in the finals competing for one of those top 4 spots. Also, we've got Super Lazy Reflex making a return as well to the top 12, barely squeaking it in.
Crazy.
But it's all good. They are there. So you can see the bonus points kind of allocated here. But another really cool storyline, guys. 7 new teams that have never seen the playoffs, so to speak, or the finals of any kind are present. So big shout outs to them, and really excited to see this shake out. This will all go down next Tuesday. And for those bottom 4 spots, who is going to join them? It's going to be the bottom 4 teams from the action tonight after it's all said and done. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. I love this point in the season because it's like the what
Where
ifs
is
and the
Shifan?
who's going to do
I'm
what
not
is
sure
now
if
starting to
he is
solidify.
playing or not
The
playing.
challenger teams are there for
I've been
those that
debating
didn't
to
make
cut my
the
hair
cut.
for so
Well, we're
long,
going
but
to
I
try
just
it
can't
again
because I
next
would
season
probably
in
cry
season
after.
2. For the top
For me, because
12.
I needed to cut
Now
my
they're
hair, so it
eyeballing
wasn't
those
like a
finals because
choice.
they
But I
still
love
could
my
get
haircut.
promoted
Usually I
this
don't like my
season
hair
to
short,
the Premier Finals and
but
actually
it
go
needed
win
to
the
be
prize
cut,
pool.
so
That's pretty freaking
I'm
sweet.
quite happy with
Tricks,
it.
did any of those teams on the Challenger list kind of, surprise you?
What's
or,
the point
you
of
know,
the series?
hey,
it's just
I
a community event for the
Heck yeah,
prize
I mean,
pool for
I'll
players.
the rip.
You
Wall
know,
Street
it
Bets
gives
had no
people to,
business being
or
in the
like it
Challenger
gives
Division,
players
okay?
and people
They
to
should have been in
do
the Premier
something
Division, but how they performed in Season 0
while
was a
playing
big shock
and
to
earning
us all.
money.
And
So.
I think the fact that they
And it's
got
good practice.
first
It's like
place
scrims.
there just showed that, okay, we woke up. We're not going to mess around anymore. We're going to take this as serious as possible because this is the best place to be able to put in that work for all the tournaments that are coming up as well. And this is where it's at. So to see them start off strong is great. Another team, Super Lazy Reflex. You know, we saw them in PNPL. They got bodied in PNPL. I'm going to be straight up honest, you know. And to see them not do too well in the Challenger Series makes me a little bit worried. But hopefully they start, you know, picking things up here soon.
Well, hey, 32 teams. They got top 12 at least out of those. So, you know, it could have been worse, but at the same time, 100% aligned on Wall Street Bets. I don't think they should have been there either, but hey, you got to prove it on the Battlegrounds. And if they can't prove it here in the Titan Series Premier Division, that's not good news for them. But they'll be eyeing a return trip, and best of luck to them. We'll have more on the Challenger Series next week. We'll be, again, broadcasting the finals. So that's the exciting part where the teams have been battling to get there all season long. We'll have that live on air for you
it's not the
Tuesday,
final
4 p.m.
battle.
Pacific time,
It's the
right
final
here on
of the
Titan Series YouTube
qualifier
channel.
week.
Make sure you guys subscribe
There's still finals
for
after
that
this.
if you have not already. And then obviously the top 4 from that will move on to the Premier Finals that'll happen a week from today on Thursday. So super exciting there. Guys, let's shift gears now to the Premier Division. We've got some storylines brewing. We've got a little bit of roster mania. I don't know how much we can, you know, fully digest. I suppose, you know, we're going to see it on the Battlegrounds, right? Like, I've got a list of some people, but I also... I'm
Just here to
hesitant to
annoy me?
call out
Oh, okay.
names of like, hey, this is happening and this is happening in case it hasn't yet. But you know, so let's go off of what we know so far for sure. We know that C4 Esports has been pretty dominant, and I don't anticipate them having any big shakeups on the roster. Do we think that's going to continue this week? Let's start with you, Neptura. I know you've been big on them since their kind of rise from the Challenger Division. What are we thinking about C4 this week?
I think that they've had a week to digest the epic week they had last week. I think they're all ready to go again this week. I think what week 1 they had 2 wins. Week they had 1 win. I'm looking for 2 wins from them again to really just make sure everybody else realizes they're here to stay, and they're definitely here to stay for the finals and maybe even win the whole thing. I mean, that would be an epic storyline for sure. Come in straight from Challenger Season 0 to win Premier Season 1. I would love to see that. So yeah, C4 all the way.
All right, I love it. Let me throw a wrench in the formula here before I throw it to Dave. So C4 was one of the teams not competing at PMPL. So every other team currently, essentially, out of maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of these are not playing in PMPL. Dauntless was another one, maybe a couple more that I'm missing off the top of my head, but largely everyone in the Premier Division is also playing at PMPL North America. So clearly, with a big money tournament and like the actual pro circuit, there's priorities and distractions and fatigue that sets in, right? And so maybe, just maybe, C4 took advantage of that fact, and this was their only focus competitively, and were able to like find themselves on the top of the tables. Dave, what say you about that bold claim? Are we going to see some more refocusing coming from some of the likes of N-Hyper or YKG coming out this week?
Yeah, you sure hope so. I mean, you make some great points there with some of these teams not qualifying in PMPL. It's kind of like, okay, well, we tried, fellas. So they're kind of throwing in the towel and becoming a free agent, some of these players. And I think this is the perfect time for those free agents to really find where they groove, where they fit most with teams looking to restructure, which I'm sure we'll kind of chat about here later today, as we saw some big names in the restructuring process. Wanted Vigilantes, I was kind of caught off guard by that team just because they are currently in 6th place on our leaderboards here in the Titan series. So I would have liked to have seen them just kind of compete it out and ride out the rest of this tournament. But hey, they're going to be changing it up before the finals here, PB. So today is really going to be an interesting day to see how those new players kind of jive and vibe with each other here today in a competitive lobby.
Yeah, I saw the message.
Absolutely. You see the likes of Wanted Vigilantes definitely having some shakeups. That has been confirmed. We're going to see some new roster mates out there here shortly when we hit the battlegrounds on Erangel for map 1. We'll pay attention to that here shortly. But we also have some teams like Bope and K19. We've got some others in the mix as well. I don't want to go through the whole list, but man, it is gonna be crazy. There's gonna be some new teams, and I'm wondering if that actually shakes up the dynamic, because we've started to get kind of familiar with which teams we can expect what from, the play styles of each team. Remember last week we were like, oh man, if only they would be more
too late.
aggressive.
I don't have money to send right now, so you have to wait regardless.
One of their enemies is knocked, right? Maybe that tendency isn't quite the same, right? So we'll take a peek at the maps here for the day, and we've got Erangel coming up first. We've got 2 minutes till we drop in for our first match, and then Miramar, Sandhawk, and Erangel to follow that up. So I think it's time for predictions before Dave and I take this one away. Let's start with Neptura. Who are we taking for match 1? Hey, we gotta go with you. I mean, you're off first here, so we gotta get that prediction love coming in. Who are we picking for game 1?
Well, I think it would be a little bit amiss for me to hype up C4 and then choose a different team for the Erangel. They've shown they can be very, very capable on Erangel, so I'm gonna go with C4 on this one. Oh,
I love it.
Up. Hi.
Hot Jukes, I gotta come to you, my man. You're gonna take a seat for game number 1 this week. I'll take it with Dave, so you're off. But who's gonna win?
All right, here's who's gonna win. All right, who's gonna win is the Panthers. Okay.
Damn it! I was gonna say that.
Come
back with a Panther love.
It's too bad, you know, because I'll tell you what.
To bring players
I talked
for
to the squad.
for PMPL Americas,
this
but
squad
normally we don't
has
do that.
Fire lit under them, and I'm excited to hear that the squad's
They never had
together,
youth camp.
You know,
they never
especially
played
after that
physically
insane
together.
comeback story for them in PMPL towards the end. So I expect them to start off strong. And my other prediction, PB, is that today is not the only day we're going to see roster swaps. I think we're going to see a whole lot of it here in the next following weeks.
I couldn't agree with you more, Hot Jukes. The way roster swaps typically work are, you know, take a look at a traditional sports league, right? There's a few key players that might need to make that first move. Where are they going? Once that figures out, there's a domino effect, and it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and take it to the match. Appreciate the predictions there. We got the Panthers locked in for Hot Jukes.
A7.
C4 for Neptura. Erangel on its way up next. Dave, coming to you, my
Did
man.
A7
Who do you
even
got
qualify
here
yet?
taking home the Erangel match number 1?
Brazil.
Yes, sir. First of all,
Brazil
super
didn't end yet, I
excited
think.
to be kicking off the day with you on the sticks, but I'm looking at Bope Esports just because they are a team that
They will?
coming into tonight. So when we're looking at teams looking to make a swap, looking to make a change, I think tonight is that night so that they can qualify to that next round and not get pitted
Even if
down
it didn't
in
end
those,
yet, it's
those
A7.
challenger
We'll
finals
see.
here. So Bope Esports.
I think
Let's
they
see
need to
how
be top
the,
6
3 new
to
players
qualify
or
to
new additions
Americas.
to the squad, how they
Alright,
synergize that.
match begins.
Love the pick. So we got Bope, we've got C4, and we got the Panthers locked in. And Hot Juice took the Panthers pick, so I'm gonna take.
Oh, this needs to load. It's on like a delay. Give it a little bit. If it decides to come on.
We'll take Young Kings here
There we
for
go.
our first choice.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful logo, right? You cannot deny the artist behind that one.
Sculpted
for sure.
by a god.
Sculpted by a god. Commissions open? Question mark. I don't know. Find out later on. But yeah, I mean, 4th place YKG right now. Definitely looking to kind of put a stop, right, to the momentum that C4 Esports have kind of gathered here in this lobby throughout the last 2 weeks. And only that, like, why wouldn't you want to finish first place? You know, if you're first, that's where you want to be here. So YKG probably looking to come up in that position here tonight. Anything standing out to you right off the rip here, PB?
Yeah, a very westerly plain path and zone here. Definitely gonna take a peek at a lovely cave shot here. We're in the bunkers down on shelter. Back to the wall, you know, flashlights off, and we'll take a peek here at Trick already knocked. I want to go to this Mazexis fight if we can swing that production. Would love to find Mazexis and go take a peek because I've got something that I want to point out.
What do you got?
And
What do you got?
we've got no Mazexis. They're still in the dark. Must be fighting in a cave. I have no idea. But 2 members already knocked, and my question for
Margaret,
them
Ron,
is
how are you today?
who
Hi, Ron.
specifically
Welcome.
is still
I'm good. Hope you're
in
good
the
today.
match. You can see Delu
Hey,
4K
Schizo.
off in the distance. Now, is that a name that we're used to seeing on Mazexis? We got Wanted Vigilantes here looting up, and will they chase? It looks like they might
Big
see.
up,
Yes, they
big
do.
up.
You see a beeline for that vehicle. This person is in trouble.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to fight for Gatka over here in
Rip
Wanted Vigilantes.
Mazexis
Another one of
player.
the squads that made a massive
He got
roster
the ran
swap
over.
here this week. So this is a good look for Wanted Vigilantes. In their
Mazexis
first
already
game
down to
playing
1
together in the
player?
competitive scene.
Ooh, that's not good.
But PB,
How
I
did that
think
even
where
happen?
you're kind of heading with this. Tell me if I'm
Totally
wrong,
missed
but just
that.
looking at the names, remix.
We got 1 member left on Mazexis, and that's Hats.
Yeah.
And I do not see a remix that has been eliminated. I also do not see a remix that is in existence on the Mazexis Esports roster. That is a big, big, big move as far as how it
Ooh.
impacts things. I have no idea what the details are of Remix no longer being present. All I know is he is probably in the front runner spot right now for MVP of Season 2 overall. So that's a big one to see how that is going to shake out. And Hacks here from Mazexis will try to stay alive. And already a few seconds into Game 1 of Week 3, it's survival mode for Mazexis, and that is exactly what they were trying to avoid.
Yeah, you have to wonder where Remix might land after this because before today, checking out TitanSeries.gg, Remix was at the top with eliminations and total damage done and average eliminations per game. So definitely one of the highlight players in this lobby.
Fake IDs
so
allowed
them
in chat
to
giveaway?
not be
No.
playing on Mazexis. Where's that going to leave Mazexis at the end of tonight here?
Never heard of fake IDs. What's fake
Well,
IDs?
If it's anything like this game, probably the last place in the lobby. Hopefully they can rebound in game number 2, but so far, not so good. We got YKG already picking up an Elim as well. Looks like they take one off of Bope. So, good for me, not so good for you, Dave.
Yeah, it happens, PB. You know, you can't be right all the time. It happens. And
There will be
another
codes
couple
on this
names that we
stream
saw in
after
the
every
mix just
match.
a moment ago, who they weren't necessarily on a team.
I don't know if it's
before
during the
and got
match or
swapped.
after every
It's a
match,
completely
but there
new
will be a
team, pretty
code
much.
on
K19
screen on this
Esports,
stream
they
as well.
came in tonight, 12 players
So
on
whoever
the
writes
overall.
first gets it
And if
first.
I'm looking at this right, all new players. So K19 said, listen, you tried, all right? You tried in the Titan series, but it didn't work out.
Not gonna bother to try.
Fortunately, some of those players did get picked up on a new squad who will still be competing here. But
Yeah, I
K19,
have
a
codes that
fresh
will go up
squad
on my stream.
playing tonight here, PB.
Absolutely. K19 now featuring Tuki, Danny Flo, DFab, and FY. We'll keep an eye on them, and wish them nothing but the best moving forward. Again, you know, pointing out some of these moves, we're just as shocked as some of the people following might be, and also trying to piece together, like, what does this mean for their performance and their potential?
Too
and
bad
what
my
does the ceiling
fat
of this
fingers
team
too
look
slow.
like moving forward? So really curious
You
to
just
see
gotta
how all
have
this
it ready.
plays out, and what better way to like get practice and get those reps and start building that chemistry than to immediately hop into a tournament the caliber of the Titan series, where you've got the best teams in the region, you know, out there to play against, like, immediately. So I'm excited to see what that does for, you know, these players. Like, will they gel? Will it be a good fit? Or will they, you know, ultimately cut ties and move on and try something different? You can see K19 obviously with a different roster, but if you take a peek at both,
The codes will be on the stream
many of
and
the
my
players
stream, so the codes will be on the screen.
that have left K19 have been picked up by Bope, so we'll keep an eye on their roster as well.
Yeah, so most of these players still familiar with the lobby, of course. But I think the big takeaway, at least for me here, is
And
that all
each
these new
code
teams,
is
you're not
600
really
UC.
Sure how they're going to gel, like you mentioned. And I think if I'm Execute or the Golden Eagles trying to qualify and not be bottom 4, I think I'm going to be
How many
sweating
viewers
bullets down
there
because
are
that's just gonna
at
make
total?
tonight an even
There's a
bigger
bunch of
challenge
viewers.
because
I'm not
did all this
sure.
VOD review on your opponents. You kind of got a feeling for their play style, their rotations, their drop spots. But now, kind of with these new teams almost, it's back to square one.
It really is. Speaking of Execute, they come into tonight's lobby with 3 players, and again, I've heard some rumblings that there may be some movement on those rosters as well, so I have no idea what's going on, but I know that most likely you want to play with 4 players, but I could be wrong there too. You know, in Hyper last week, took game 1 with 3 players on the Battlegrounds, and maybe, just maybe, Execute is trying to emulate that performance by in Hyper this week.
Yeah, I think I see Selfless on the squad as well. Kind of a new addition, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to be in North George, close to Dauntless. Dauntless last week. Dauntless.
Hi,
Wow. What a
Mubin.
team, really
Welcome.
climbing through the ranks here. They had some great PUBG Mobile gameplay last week in the Titan series. We'll see if they can maintain that here today. But the Golden Eagles, a team on the cusp of not qualifying for that next round, being pitted in the Challenger Finals. Looks like they're up against the new team of Wanted Vigilantes.
I love it. This is what I was hoping to see fixed from the Wanted Vigilantes, was that aggression, and they're rolling up and dying immediately. Fishy goes down. Unfortunately, not the result they were hoping for, but it's still early in this fight. We'll see if the Golden Eagles can flip the script here and take advantage of this 3v4 situation they find themselves in.
Yeah, I love the Golden Eagles trying to get the little wraparound right there. 3 players with UMPs ready to get the flame. Christie over there trying to hold down the angle. In the smokes, though. Also on the retreat mode with the Scar in hand. So Golden Eagles being ultra aggressive right here, PB.
Yeah, they really are. Like this from them, though. They really need it because, again, you saw them on the cut line right now to go down to the Challenger Finals. They don't want to be there for the 2nd season in a row. They fought and clawed their way back through the Challenger Finals to make it back into Premier, and actually did pretty well in the Premier Finals for Season 0. This is not a performance they want to have to repeat, although they could. You know, they've been there and proven that before, and again, good pressure from them here to start out day 3.
There's only so many calls one man can do out there. Slimmy popping up with the M249, does connect on 1. But I believe it's just up to Fishy right now. Fishy spotted, tagged, and bagged the new roster. 3 new players on the Wanted Vigilantes. Going to be the
It's not
15th
a.
team taken out here, PB.
It's not a real
Give me the call,
tattoo.
Dave.
Like I said, there's only so many calls. Like, is this the time that they
It's
need the
henna,
call?
or
Is this the time
AKA
they want? I
Mehendi.
guess so. I mean, it's tonight. They got to
They
qualify
just
tonight.
did good. This is it. This is the time to shine. There you go, Dave. Hit him. That's what I'm talking about. Golden Eagles on
Oh,
top
what
of the
did I do to
leaderboard right
myself?
now for the first match. They have come out strong tonight.
Ooh, they took out
one
Wanted Vigilantes in that fight.
What in the
Interesting.
heck were they looking at there at the end of that fight? Like, there's the whole team's in front of him. The guy's just like, I'm just going to show my back really quickly and let him knock me. I don't know. Maybe he was tired of his fast and wanted a new one.
They were surprised they won the fight, you know?
Alright,
happened a lot.
NHP
That
is
happened a
probably
while.
gonna go
Because
straight
looking
into
at their total
Dope
points,
Esports. Or Dope Slayers,
11
actually, sorry.
elim points over the last 2 weeks.
And
with
fight
9
them.
placement points. So this is a great start. Already 4 points for the Golden Eagles. Hopefully they can kind of snowball with the that momentum here tonight that we love talking about. But it's true. It's definitely true, PB. Like, if you're in the slump, sometimes all it takes is just a nice team fight. Nobody dies. Everybody survives. The confidence, you know, just instant boost right there. And if there was ever a time that I need the confidence booster, it'd be game 1, early game. Like, that's when you want to have it.
That's right. You got to get it going, guys. If you take your attention and put it on the left-hand side
there
of your
is the
screen,
code up there.
a nice little UC giveaway here.
600
if you want to copy
UC.
on that code and be the first to enter it over at PUBGmobile.com/redeem, you can find a nice little UC gift in your in-game inbox. So again, we'll be running these throughout the evening, so make sure you stay tuned each and every game. You're trying to get the latest and greatest PUBG mobile
Sorry, you don't
wares
bother.
in
Well,
your
this is the
in-game
stream code,
outfit.
and I have my own
So,
codes to give,
again,
which I'll put
make
on
sure you enter
stream.
that over at
Because I see they're not the same
PUBGmobile.com/redeem.
codes.
Big thanks
So
to them
I
for
will have
hooking
my
up
own code as well on
the
the
giveaway
stream.
codes. That's pretty sweet.
Got the hookup.
I do hope they work, so
definitely getting the,
they don't work,
the
it's not my
caster
fault.
curse on the Panthers. I mean, the first team taken out here.
So my codes will
0
be
points.
after
We were talking about Golden
the
Eagles
match,
feeling good and hopefully being able to snowball with that nice
and
team fight they had.
we'll
That
see.
we just saw a couple moments ago.
What is this?
What do you think about the Panthers?
Try and do
are they
5
gonna
seconds,
be big
and it's
mad
already
or
used.
big
Aw.
sad after?
They're big sad, man. They're big.
It's okay, I will have
unstable
codes
at the moment. I
in
feel like
after
with
and
what
during
just
the
happened
break.
to them at PMPL, for those that don't know, they had seemingly won the tournament only to have it stripped away. Now, insert the Miss America, Miss Universe meme here of Steve Harvey placing the crown on Miss Venezuela's head or whoever that was. Oh, it's supposed to be Philippines. We got to take it away. Kind of how it was, where it was like, you're the winner. Oh, we're wrong. There's a technicality or whatever. It was heartbreaking for the Panthers. They did enough in the last game to go from 6th place all the way to 1st, and only to have
Oh,
that be ripped
okay.
away. So tough
NHP
breaks for them,
fighting.
but how will they
Ooh,
respond is the
YKG.
question. You can see Kindness and crew scoping out the likes of YKG from range here, and they decided, you know what, we want to crash these guys. So this is a battle of titans right off the bat.
They
No pun
are
intended. Joey getting
pushing
knocked early.
good.
They're trying to keep him in the fight, unable to. Joey eliminated
Oh, that was almost a
first here.
good
Unfortunate
nade.
for YKG,
YKG is
but
down to
Hyper,
2.
Not looking to stop as they take down Fears.
Not looking to stop at all.
YKG down to
with some
1,
nice grenades in the shack
and
to
we
kinda
win
apply
that.
that pressure, and 24K on the outskirts, the last one alive, immediately spotted right there. Kindness most likely will be able to get picked up, of course, but
GG's to Hyper in that
definitely looking
encounter.
for that first place spot here tonight up against C4, and they have a tall task ahead of them because what, before this game they had 74 total points with C4 with 99, so C4 have a nice buffer right now, but C4 no points so far in game number 1.
All I know is we've cast or cursed the hell out of these guys so far tonight. So
You did say
YKG on the sidelines, the Panthers on the sidelines, Bope eviscerated so far. All that we have left is C4. And you can see Daddy Payne here from C4 laying down the law for range here. Hopefully, Neptura
Alright, and Hyper has the
has
perfect
not
position right now
brought the
in
curse. We'll
zone.
keep tabs on this
In
as
the
it
middle of
develops.
zone.
But again, Excuse, one of the stories
They're
for
doing
me
a 2v2
of the
split,
day,
taking
the
those
first
two
week that they had
compounds
an
across the
opportunity to
road.
play in
Not
Premier
bad.
was week 2. So they are
They
short
have a good
4
view
games,
from the front and the
which means
back
they had
if
an
anyone's
opportunity
coming.
to try to guarantee themselves a spot in the Premier Finals. So I'm going to be watching them with great interest today to see if they can vault themselves into the top 12.
Yeah.
Currently, they sit in last place. That's not their fault, but even if we double their score as if they had played week number 1, they'd only be sitting just inside of the cutoff at 12th overall. So they got to pick it up today. But I've seen some great performances from them as well in the Challenger division. So hopefully Excuse can pull enough together to qualify without having to go through Challenger finals.
Yeah, very true. Great points you're making right there. And it looks like they caught a little bit of a luck break as well, because C4 were looking to press this compound, but then immediately pulling back out there in the distance for the time being. Both teams are going to be next to Runes, just a little south of it, and their current positions are in the circle. So they don't need to move right now. They can kind of be neighbors for the time being. So they're looking for that long game right now. Who is in the middle, though, after that fight? And Hyper, dead center here at PB when we saw that zone a couple moments ago. That did center up on Gatka, by the way.
I want to know what the heck's going on with Dauntless, man. They got 7 points on the board, and I haven't even seen them yet. They are rip-roaring. And, you know, I will say, Dauntless is the team that I am kind of pulling for as kind of like the dark horse. Like, you know, I ride with YKG logo, obviously. But Dauntless I find really exciting to watch, and like I root for them. You know, they got some nice like vivid colors in their logo.
Yeah.
And I found myself like a little sad that they weren't participating in PMPL, right? So having an opportunity to watch them in the Titan series and seeing what they're doing week in, week out, like currently I believe they're in 3rd place overall. It's impressive. So really like the fact that they're, again, coming out hot, and they are going to be vying for that top position here.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Dauntless qualified too, right? Through Season 0, through the Challengers to compete in the Premier. So they've been just nothing but improving week after week, something that you love to see here from a squad. So definitely giving them flowers as well, PB.
100%. They actually, for Season 1, they were directly invited as one of kind of the invited teams, because we needed one more after, like, again, one of the teams that we had locked in is kind of leading off the charge was the Pittsburgh Knights, and they kind of went away before the season started, like the day before, and it was like, oh crap, like who are we gonna put
MVP
in
Killer.
as the
Welcome.
16th team? And it just so happened that Dauntless was killing the T1 scrims right then and there, and so you know what, this is a great choice. Let's give them a chance, and hey, if they don't make it, the standings will show that. But looks like we made a great choice because they've been really solid, consistent. They're here every week, and they've got some star players on the team that can continue to deliver the goods each week. Klaus on the screen right here is one of my faves.
Nothing but goods right now, nothing but goods. And not only that, we saw them moments ago. They did a good job at gatekeeping Execute. Execute looking to rotate through this general area, but they were taking some shots at them, and they forced Execute, or at least the duo still alive, to send it down there in the south. So they're doing a great job as we have 11 teams to go. Now Dauntless is going to be looking across the way. They don't know, but we know it's going to be K19. As we mentioned earlier.
One of the things I'm kind of giggling at, Dave,
What?
I'm reading chat right now, and it says,
What does it say about me?
Who's everybody rooting for tonight? Neptura's, throwing some prompts out there. Appreciate that, Neptura. Green Little Monster replies, need to figure out who's where first. Crying laughing emojis. Like I feel you, fans. Like, it's like, I was rooting for some players, and it's the same thing for me, like the NBA or football or whatever. Like, I find myself oftentimes as a fan of like a particular player, and like when they get traded, it's like, all right, well, I'm still a fan of that player, therefore by proxy a fan of the team now. And I feel like a lot of that type of sentiment or emotion could be going into rooting for these teams as well, as many of them have kind of mixed things up, shifted around, and as we've said, roster
Yeah, when there's a
has
roster
taken
swap,
place.
it's
Again,
really
we'll be
hard
taking
to
stock
see
of
where
that,
they went.
Seeing how things shake out and how these new teammates are bonding and what the chemistry looks like as we kind of move through the evening tonight.
Yeah, and thanks, by the way. Chat, good looks. Over here, Dauntless, they're going to be
And Hyper had a
rolling
good
right
position in zone,
behind
so that's really
Team
good.
Mobility, who they were previously occupying the top of Mount Everest, but with the next circle shift going down
Ooh,
there towards the
GK
south,
first,
pulling a little towards
fighting.
Pachinki, it forced them out of their high ground. So
What's that team's name?
have a couple fights out there in the
XQS.
distance, as we are going to be looking at C4 getting a nice little centralized compound.
We're going to get a Pachinki circle, Dave, here for game number 1. What's going on? What do you think of Pachinki anyway? You like that city? You hate it? What's your thoughts on Pachinki?
Well, I have one of these terms, and getting stinky in Pachinki, Getting stinky in
Yeah, man.
Pachinki. So I'm all about
I say it all the
QZ
time.
fighting
I'm all
Dauntless,
about
I
Every morning I
see.
wake up and recite that to myself.
Will I get stinky in Pachinki today, PB? Looks like it did pull off of the actual city, but it is going to be
With
on those fields
K19,
out
I
there
think
that
fighting
could
them
be
from behind
pretty
as well.
dangerous if you don't have
Currently,
vehicles to kind of
NHP
create
with
your own
4
little
up
farm
and
forts
6
out there, so we'll see
kills.
if it keeps
Dauntless
pulling
is
that way.
1 up with 7 kills.
Absolutely, very dangerous. We got
We will definitely surpass them
taking that fight
in
early on
kills,
with YKG. It
per
pays out
se.
not only in the fact they keep all 4 alive and finish a top competitor and rival in the region, but they also get center zone, which you gotta love, especially given the lack of compounds to occupy at this point in the game, as we see K19 just about to skirt through Excuse, and I'm curious to see how this shakes out.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely gonna be paying attention to kill feed
the
right
Pachinki
there.
Hill
But
is
Execute
definitely
still
occupied with a
said
ton of
they were
players.
down a member, but they're still gonna be up over here. Selfless in the front lines, looking to get a grenade tossed on a Robert down way. Not sure they'll be able to connect, but Execute right there on the edge of the play zone for the time being. Fingers crossed.
Zone
it
shifted. I think the
goes
zone
towards
shifted to
them, and it
our
doesn't.
direction.
Completely opposite of this fight is where the zone goes, PB.
It really did. That is tough for Execute for sure, but interesting story. A couple of things happened there as we were watching that zone move. We saw the likes of Team Mobility get eliminated, and the interesting thing from them is that Excuse was able to mop them up and put 4 points in the leader core column for them, and that they really need that, right, to be able to move up and qualify here. Another thing that's interesting is N-Hyper continues to get challenged. We see them sit Dauntless down, and Dauntless is out of the game at this point, although they did rack up 7 points. So you gotta love to see that. And am I seeing... who is that on the battleground? That's Selfless for Execute?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, mixing up the rosters a little bit. Execute also participating in Roster Mania. Again, missing 2 players from the normal roster, and that is interesting. I don't see a Tensa tonight so far. I'm not saying he went anywhere, but he's not present.
Maybe they're letting the subs play in this time. Who knows?
We have Fate out there from kind of like the OG team.
Wancho trying to toss out some grenades and put a stop to Hayuya's push over here. Looks like the Dope Slayers did lose 2 off of that push from Execute. Bray was kind of behind that tree, was able to confirm 1, if I'm not mistaken, or at least get a knock. But looks like they're going to be able to pick up Selfless, as Clint said, aka Casper. So a little name change action as well. So Robert still on the high ground, going to be snaking it out for the time being. Looks like Hayuya looking for some type of distraction off angle from the shack. Remember, this is not in the next circle, so let's see.
They need
Robert
to move
can
the
really pull one out
zone.
here. 1v3
Oh, wow.
essentially. There's
Wow.
1. There's 2. It's up to Wancho now.
That was such an
The
easy
distraction play
finish.
was the play, PB.
Ah.
Oh!
Yeah, nice play there. We got Hayuya in the distance. Dude, Juancho
He
might
won't
just
be able to
clutch
pick up
the
his
hell out of this.
teammates.
Look at
That's
this.
the sad
Hayuya
part.
driving. Where is he going? 1 bullet on him, and he is a done duck here. Hayuya trying to make it through this field. Juancho gets the best of Robert, though, and that's a tough spot to be in. This is chaos right now, and I just want to point out that Selfless, you know, you mentioned it, but just want to drive that home, that is Casper from, so I did misspeak there. But, you know, when people just change their name out of nowhere, that'd be like if, you know, I'm Powerbank today, but tomorrow I'm going to go by Falcon, you know? Like, that,
like that,
it might not maybe resonate for some people.
That was such a bad position.
It's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, that is.
It's such an
you had
open
to pick,
field
the coolest
ending
name
as
change,
well.
Just throwing it out there.
There's
So,
no
Falcon
cover
getting into
whatsoever.
this game. Looks like C4. Looks like Daddy Payne, the last one alive for C4. C4 only 4 elims, and right now we were talking about the fields. We got N-Hyper looking right on top of him.
UZZ trying to connect through the smoke to Coops and looking for Daddy Payne, about to be Daddy eliminated. We'll see if he's able to stay alive over there. Coops and JP47 from C4 just trying
All right,
to hang on.
QZ got
Really,
Coops
really
Jr.
solid performance though from C4
C4
so far this
out.
tournament. Again, they'll take it. You know, picked up a respectable 7. So I mean, even in an off match for them, they still pick up the top 5, get some elims, and right now this is between N-Hyper and it looks like the Ultimate Gaming squad. They've got 4 alive as well here, but on the outskirts of the zone, they will have to rotate in. But they are the team that can do it right now. Look at the off angle here from QZZ.
Yeah, Ultimate Gaming definitely.
As long as QZZ doesn't get caught up, I think he will, because cover is so small.
North of them,
Almost like no cover for him.
At least 3 players ahead of them, so really curious to see what they can
And it's out of
accomplish.
zone,
Especially
so.
with QZZ already kind of playing gatekeep down there in the south. So it looks like Ultimate Gaming are going to be calling up in vehicles. This is what we were looking to see if they can do, and looks like a couple of them were able to break into the circle here, PB.
Yeah, there it is. That's going to be it for Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles out in 4th place.
2 knocked
Ultimate
from.
Gaming getting it done.
Alright, it's only up to
Scar goes
1
down.
player.
This is going to be where QZZ can play a
This
big
is an
role, just like
N-Hyper
that.
win.
Just eviscerated. That was impressive. And now it's down to a solo. It's FY from K19, the new member. And N-Hyper's going to wrap up their first chicken dinner of the week. I'm trying to get premature here, but they have a beat on them. And just like
The
that,
run over.
it's going to be squished like a pancake. Maybe FY still getting used to playing on the big stage here with the big boys. A new member to K19 this week.
GG's for N-Hyper. Chicken dinner.
Picking up a 2nd place with a brand new roster, Dave. You got to love that.
Yeah, not only that, FY was the only player on the team to get the eliminations, but they got 8 eliminations. So what do you think about that, Falcon?
Let's go to the
There's
intermission.
some momentum in week 2, and I think in week 3 it continues to build. They're riding the high of finishing 1st in the region through PMPL, and you gotta love that. So we'll take Young Kings here for our.
It just needs to come. Okay, guys, are you ready? I'm gonna put the code on the screen, the UC code.
Actually, I think the shift in the standings, they might have got 2nd. But hey, 11 elims in game number 1 tonight. 2,400 damage is certainly respectable. And that is going to inch them even closer to C4, who only put up 7 points. So I would imagine that things are
All right,
going
ready?
to get
Code
pretty close.
1 on the
Any surprises
screen.
that you saw in that
Like
first
down
showdown,
here?
Dave?
Definitely
Down there.
K19, you know, that one player FY being
Type
able
that
to pull out
code
a
in
massive game when
the
it
redeem
comes to
section with your
elims.
PUBG Mobile
Want to
ID.
see more from
And if you manage to redeem
Vigilantes
it,
as we
let me
look
know.
and talk about the teams tonight who are making the roster swaps. You kind of want to see them start strong here in the Titan Series Season 1, just so they can have a good start playing together as a squad or whatnot. But the biggest surprise to me has to be the Panthers 16th. 0 points.
I think you can only redeem once. I'm not sure.
What happened, man? What happened with your Panthers
They
here
had
in game number 1?
15 day. They got 15th day. They weren't 16th. I mean, come on. You shortened them a whole spot. I mean, that's a whole difference of
Can I
0 points that you
redeem
shorted.
more
But
than
anyway,
I mean,
The
whoever
Panthers
types
for
the
sure.
code
We gotta hear
first
from
gets to
Hot
redeem
Juice,
it.
man, that
So if you manage to
cursed
redeem
them.
all 4
You
codes
picked.
today, that's
It was the
up to
wrong
you.
pick, just like mine was,
I'm not
bad.
putting
So,
any limits.
All of us whiff on the prediction for game number 1. But Hot Juice, what'd you feel about the Panthers?
Did you redeem the
They
code,
shouldn't have ate
Skipsa?
that popcorn before they started the
Did you
Titan
get
series.
600
You know what I'm
UC?
saying? I think their fingers just slipped as they are just... Yeah, they just screwed up. What can I say? I mean, I can't believe it. 16th place out the rip, but who knows? I'm going to give them the Hot Jukes excuse card, baby. You know, the first punch saying, hey, you know what? It's only game 1. You know, they just got back from PNPL. All that goodness. So, yeah, 1 game excuse card.
Oh,
They
okay,
don't
so
get
you
1, though.
managed to redeem it.
All
That's
right, let me
nice.
elaborate a little bit further on that point. So what happens when you fill the punch card? Like, how many punches is there? Are we talking 3
That's
punches,
600
5 punches, 10
UC
punches?
code.
What happens when you get to the end of the card? You get a free something?
Free chicken.
Free chicken.
These
as
codes are
well
only for my
as
stream.
Your team gets
1
roster
code
swapped
after every
about
match,
4
total
times before the
4
next
codes today.
Fair enough. Neptura, coming to you. How did you think game 1 went tonight?
I thought that was very interesting, honestly. A lot
And
of, like, we were talking about how all these roster changes are going to be bringing some new things to the table this week, and I think we
Alright, code
definitely
was
saw
redeemed.
that. Especially, you know, some of these teams coming in.
Yeah, these
a little
codes
bit
are only
stronger,
my
a little
stream.
bit more passive from a lot of teams. Wumavi not being one of those teams. Or no, they're not Wumavi anymore. Almost did that last week. They're Wanted Vigilantes. Of course they are. You know, coming in here a lot passive. You know, that's to be understood, really. That's to be expected when you're coming in first game squad on the roster like this. But, yeah, looking very, very good indeed. And I do have to mention Hyper coming in bang. I mean, I was speaking to Shifon a little bit this morning, and I asked PNPL that, and he said, you know what, we're actually winning, still well, but, you know, we want to do super well. We just didn't do what we thought we were going to do. And so I think we're seeing a little bit of frustration coming here with a really good game coming into.
Look at those shots, man.
Wow.
Robert with
I know.
the laser. Woo! Man, he looked good.
Insane.
But I don't know if he just didn't know Juancho was there. I think he kind of like got lost in the sauce there, like started feeling himself a little bit, went for some finishes and didn't realize.
So the next redeem code will
we
be
might wanna
after
finish
the
that
next
fight
match.
first. But
So
Ultimate Gaming, man, they
Titan
look like they
Series
had a
will
chance
have their
here.
own code on their
Taking
screen.
down the likes of the Golden Eagles, and
It will show
just like
here.
that, just gone off the map. They had
And then
4
my
down
code
to
will
none,
show
but
down here
ultimately, I think
after
they'll take a
each
third
match.
place to start out. I will say in week 1, Ultimate Gaming in the top 3 in 2 different
How much you
matches,
see
and
for
they start
each
out
redeem
tonight
code?
in top
600
3
UC
as well.
for each.
Gotta love the slow-mo
code.
Frogger play at
Love
the
it.
end. Taking a peek at the rankings, though.
So
Here's how the
600
first game
UC.
shook out, and you see
High
a
jumps.
few things, I think, on this first page. One is a few points going to a bunch of different teams. So that'll be helpful, but Hyper really gaining ground here. 14 points closed on C4 Esports, and so
21
that
points?
margin of lead for C4 getting a little uncomfortable here. We'll see if they have an answer for it here shortly. But taking a look at the second page, we've got 9 through 16, and for me, the key teams that we're looking at here, Excuse and Dauntless. 4 points for Excuse. That's helping them inch their way towards that 12th place cutoff. And then Dauntless, they're still doing everything they can to stay in that top 3, and obviously trying to lock in a qualification for the Premier Finals. Mustache Dave,
Yeah.
walk us through the overalls, man. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing Hyper after that last game able to close the gap big time. Now they're only 11 points behind C4 in that first place position. So C4 game 2 really need to pick it up here, a little PB, if they want to continue to maintain this first place spot.
They got some work ahead of them, that's for sure. 3 chicken dinners apiece between C4 and Hyper. You can see the difference really on the rank points. The Elam's fairly even right now, but definitely going to keep an eye on that kind of moving forward. We also have Execute still below the line. I want to see if they can bring in, you know, a 4th player. I think would be helpful. We've got somebody in chat saying that it's not Casper. That Selfless is not Casper. So Celeste is Casper, not what the hell? I don't know what's going on. Not Casper, it's me. Who the freaking hell knows?
In chat. Yeah.
Is it Casper? Somebody verify this. I think it's Casper, but you know, chat's trolling. If whatever. So let's go ahead, take it to the replay package that we've got prepped for Neptura. Break down the action for game number 1.
Heck yeah, let's look at it because I wanna talk about this. Just real, my screen's frozen. Hang on, give a second. Screen is frozen. Here we go, we're good. Okay, so I just want to look at this very quickly here. So I thought they had interesting play here. I would have expected them to just completely as soon as that zone kind of went away from them, but they didn't. If you map, they actually had a few teams down to the bottom there, so they couldn't really do that. You know what? They had more information than I did. They made the right call. However, first of all, this play coming around. Hayuya, he did an excellent play here. The off angle was so good. But if we can, once Robert actually comes up, if we could just pause that when he pops up to take these 2 out, because this is what I really want to talk about. Yeah, pause. This. Where are they looking? Not at Robert, not at him. And what has happened is Hayuya has actually distracted them, and I don't think Q are too good of a fall for a just like that. I think here is that they've got like, thank God, there's somebody over there. We need to make sure Juancho doesn't get taken out here. He needs to be the one to save us. Blah blah blah. But there's nothing. They've panicked. There's no sort of counterplay to that. They've just focused all in on Hayuya, left Robert to his own devices, and he's actually, for them, Juancho actually been able to win. Get out, but at the cost of the rest of his team. He's just a solo and he goes out pretty easy. So gotta think these things through. You gotta get those smokes going. That tree was right there. So that's all. But
passionate
yeah, it's
about this point you are in Neptura. I gotta wonder though, does the Bugatti qualify as a van? Like, the reason I ask is because Hayuya rolls up in the Bugatti, just gets all of the attention as if he's got the slider door open, offering candy and puppies, because Execute was locked in on Hayuya.
Yeah.
You could see on the mini-map, they were just beeline on that opposing player. Just, you know, no care at all with what was going on the flank, right in front of them, you know, presenting clear and present danger. So anyways, Bugatti, van, I don't know. Chat,
ice cream truck.
Us. Yeah, maybe.
There's music going.
Who knows? Hot Jukes, what the heck's going to happen in game number 2, man? We saw some crazy plays here in game 1. We're still trying to make heads or tails of the rosters. We saw a few that stayed pretty consistent, C4 being among them. But again, how do we feel about game number 2? From my end, and Hyper looks super dominant in game number 1.
I mean, I think N Hyper really all they have to work on is their clutch factor. That's where I think they really need to suffer the most. I mean, yeah, they start off the game great. Mid-game is amazing. It's towards that end of that tournament, the last few games, where we see them fall off. So if I were them, I would be putting in a whole bunch of work to just try and calm those nerves and imagine that this is an end-game scenario. And clutch it up there, because that's where I feel like they felt. But another team that I've been looking at that really performed well was K19.
She's on the tier with me though, but it's just me.
That new roster, we saw 8 eliminations to start things off. So I mean, that's a heck of a start for them.
That's amazing. A whole lot of kills in one game, that's for sure. So you guys may have you know, remembered.
One more question:
back
are
in the
their
day,
codes
there
same
was
as yours? No.
Nice.
They have their
voice
codes.
that got
I have
released in
my
PUBG
codes.
Mobile
My codes are different than their codes.
Absolutely.
So
not.
you can
And,
try their code,
you know,
and you can try my code.
I hope it's a skinny
My code
one.
is 600
That
UC.
could sound familiar, but there's a voice even deeper than
Thank
mine
you.
that has
It's
made
a new
its way into the
style.
game. That is none other than Tensa. If you guys want this voice pack,
See?
we've got some giveaways for you.
Voice pack?
Now, he used to be a member of the Pittsburgh Knights, currently sporting the
Oh,
Execute
dang,
logo,
voice pack?
but on screen you guys will find some codes if you want to copy those down enter them in.
I doubt I'm
Again,
gonna
over
get
at
it.
PUBGmobile.com/redeem. If you go there, enter the code. If you're one of the first people to grab that, then, well, lucky you. You can speak in-game with commands directly from Tensa himself. It's quite an awesome voice pack. I recommend you guys pick that up. So, again, big shouts to
Ooh,
PUBG
I got
Mobile
to
for
redeem
hooking
the
it up with
code.
the Tensa voice pack giveaway. Thanks to production for putting that on the screen. Let's go ahead and take a peek at
I got
what's
one
coming
of the
up
voice
next
pack
in just 1
codes.
minute. That means we need to get to predictions. Here we come on Miramar. First and foremost, Neptura, hit us with the prediction.
Oh wow. Think very quickly here. Golden Eagles. I'm gonna go them. They did really well on that Erangel. I think they generally do quite well on Mirror, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm gonna be repping the Kakas out there. So I'm gonna do that.
Dang, all right. Coming to me next. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to settle in.
I need a Shifan code. That's what I need.
In hyper. You know, I'm front
I
running
am
today a little
gonna-
bit. Gonna go with in hyper.
That's
I
what
thought they
I
looked
need.
super
I need a
dominant last
Shifan
game.
code.
Really,
Yeah.
really polished. Everyone else seems to be kind of trying to figure it out. I don't know. In hyper's my pick. Lock it in. Let's go ahead and throw it to Dave and Hot Jukes to take it away for game number 2 on Miramar. Fellas, hit us with your predictions and take it away.
Let's go, baby. Match number dose here. As we
Alright.
get
They came
of
out
Miramar.
looking
Dave,
for something
what?
to prove. They did not have the performance they were looking for at PMPL, not ultimately winning it, and not even.
It will update the screen. It's just a little break time over there. Also, Carol, I give you mod hammer.
3 guarantee. I think excuse. I'm gonna go with excuse just
For my
because
channel.
they didn't play in week 1. They only played 1 week. So if this team could outclass, execute Golden Eagles and Bope, heck, they deserve it. They deserve it. So I'm gonna give it to them here this game. Hot Jukes.
Why not? Why not? Swinging for the fences. I mean, me, every time I see, I'm cheating because I get to see the playing path. So I'm picking YKG, all right? I think I have to go with them. I have no choice. Because when you have a playing path like this, it leaves El Pozo wide
Welcome
open.
to the
And
Irene
with
mod
that,
squad.
good things happen. Good things happen for YKG, Dave.
So what you're saying, if I'm reading between the lines,
I'm also streaming on
YKG,
Hyper
16th place,
channel.
no elims?
That's correct.
You playing mind games with me, Hot Jukes?
I am, dude. DBS Dave, I know you're here to frag out, but you know what? Today, I'm throwing up donuts, baby.
All right, that's where it's at. Talking about that's where it's at. Legend out here from Bope with the Jinx skin. Love to see it. Love to see it. So, game number 1. Pretty big upsets when it comes to these new roster swaps. They didn't really perform like they wanted to. Oh, the circle.
Oh, the zone.
Number 1. Yeah. So
That's
you
a
were
good
talking
zone
about
for
a playing
N-Hyper.
path, Hot Jukes. What about that again? Where?
You know what? I'm starting to think of some other squads here, Dave, for my prediction. What about yours? Excuse
Ooh,
taking
they're
down
doing
the
good.
Slim Bot, the Slimerino. Pepino going down early. That hurts. Oh, and oh wow, Matt getting another. Chrissy's in trouble.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Coops Jr.
C4 on the rooftop right there.
Hacienda.
Yeah, we got a bunch of fights happening right now, all at the same time. Looks like Poppy Sour is gonna be alive. Little 2-2 split from Bope here. Legend is spotted, tagged, and bagged. Daddy Payne is gonna be making the push with the mini though. Hot Jukes making the push in the open with the mini. Okay, swapping on over to the UMP.
Winchester.
Poppy Sour is ready to go.
Poppy only has the Winnie, dude. He has the Winnie.
That's all you need.
That's your good. That's all. That's your
all
good,
you
Dave.
need. That's all you need. 1v4 easy. Just hit it.
Oh, you won!
Ah!
Oh, it's a shotgun. You had the shotgun too. All right. I thought that was a Winnie headshot. I
That
was
was
about
a
to
headshot,
freak.
yeah.
That was a
Something
close,
else.
close
I was about to freak
squad wipe
out,
with the
but
shotgun.
You know what?
DPS way
Should've believed
better
the
in
Winchester,
hand.
Dave. I mean, that is the gun.
That was the
Well,
mistake.
For everybody watching, right? Go into PUBG Mobile. Look at the tutorial. All right? Take a look at that Winchester tutorial.
Yeah.
Hear that voice.
Yeah.
And learn.
And learn. Have you even watched it, Jukes? Tell me the
I've
truth.
watched it 3 times, Dave. And you know what? I've never been better with the Winchester ever since.
for people who are like, what are these people talking about? I did a tutorial on the Winchester, and it's in the
You
game.
did.
All right, I'm not flexing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm the Winchester master. That's my nickname out here. So it is what it is, Hot Jukes.
Dude, for those of you guys who don't know, his real name is Winnie Davini. Senior.
Yeah, PB is the Falcon. I'm Winnie Davini.
Yes,
Senior.
Winnie Davini.
Winnie Davini Senior, because I'm so good with the Winchester 94.
And he was born in 94.
Welcome to the Mod
In
Club.
94. Max.
If you guys
So,
don't know, Carol
let's check out
is
this replay,
my
because
boss
the team that I said is
at
gonna win,
Hyper.
Excuse. Look at that baby with the fadeaway on the Christie.
She bosses me around and tells me what to do.
Excuse starting off strong here. All right. Oh, with the punch out
Ooh.
too. Vicious. The savagery here in the Titan series. I love it. You know what? I think we're seeing squads battle out for certain locations here, Dave. C4 started off with 2 eliminations on the, and that's going to be on the Bope. And Daddy Pay catches a third on a no-hacks. Nightcrocs going for an off angle, but I think he's going to be going to the lobby here in a second if he keeps fighting this
Boss
out.
love.
Up.
Oh, yeah, he's in trouble.
Ooh,
Wrench
yeah,
is
that
mean
just did weird.
tooling game
Better
because I
Yeah,
suck with
C4
guns.
really trying to go pedal to
Oh
the
yeah,
metal.
that's true.
He challenged this. Oh, he actually going to catch scoops, but
Yeah, you're
from
not getting
the
it
off
first.
angle.
Yeah, you're not getting
Yeah.
it first. So C4 really trying to go pedal to the metal after realizing game 1 they let their foot off the gas just a little bit, and Hyper took
No,
full
we're
advantage
twinning.
of that, you know. And now only 11 points behind C4 in that first place position. So C4 looking to
Twin sisters
stay at
from
the
another
top
mother.
here. But
Man,
Hot Jukes in the
Fights
feed.
all over.
Yeah. Mazex's remix. What about that?
He's a
Jukes?
cool
That's
boss.
a big one.
It's ridiculous. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm seeing Excuse get taken down by Onder. There's an Excuse Wanted Vigilantes battle going out. Like, that looks crazy here. Ultimate Gaming, is this a third party? I mean, we're seeing just eliminations all over the place.
You know why? It has to do with the circle. Remember, the circle is about 40 to 35% water out there to the east. So that takes away a lot of the land.
Your
here
work
on,
boss?
Miramar.
My
That's something
no,
used to seeing on Miramar,
my
by
boss
the
at
way.
N
So I think with
Hyper
that,
at the esports
circle shift,
organization N Hyper.
definitely
She's my boss there.
forcing these teams to get into uncomfortable predicaments here. Game 2, early game.
Wild, dude. So what are your thoughts on Remix, Dave?
I was
What are
gonna
your
say,
thoughts?
yeah, Remix. Where is Remix?
At
Number one
Hyper.
question for me, you know,
Where is he?
Number 2, if there was a team for Remix to go to.
Excuse.
Hi Hamza,
is.
welcome. Long time since I've seen you.
Oh,
I see it.
execute.
Yeah, Remix.
I just
for
checked mail with
reference,
600
was the
UC.
top player in this
Yay!
lobby
Perfect.
when it comes to damage and limbs. So
Oh,
So
Kimchi
after this match, a new
mobility.
code will come on
having to
screen
deal
for
with
600
K19,
UC.
the Thompson. Too good.
They might believe
Dude,
you.
FY too good. FY
That's
doesn't
true.
miss those, man. Game 1, 80 limbs from FY alone. The
FY's
rest
a
of the team
machine.
just kind of supporting them, giving them the room to make these moves happen. But FY with the Tommy gun, just too good.
Heck, maybe FY is Remix for all we know. I mean, because
Also,
Or
this
maybe
Saturday,
Remix
I'm
2.0.
gonna sit down
Either or.
because I finally
It
have
is
a day off.
pretty insane to
This
see. But
Saturday,
these
I'm gonna
roster
sit
swaps
down
obviously having a huge impact, I think,
and
on a lot of these teams.
Gonna
play style in
finish the
general. But, you know, here in the
calendar
Titan series, I
of
think we're
planned
seeing a lot
stuff
more
for the
hot
next
drops
2
than-
months. I
than
still didn't
normal,
do it.
'cause I think
I need
maybe
to do
you see
it.
some of these new players, new rosters looking to kind of challenge and claim
With
certain
work
cities
boss?
as their
If
own
it's right
going
with
forward.
my work boss, I
And
mean,
you have to make a name for yourself. Like
No
if
one
this is your
from
first
work would
shot
watch
at
my stream.
competitive and you've been playing in scrims or
yeah, it
you know,
is
just
Eid
lesser
today.
lobbies, like now's the time to
It is Eid
really
today
try to
here.
shine when you're on the big screen, you know. So you'll love to see it from some of these players starting possibly their competitive career on a high note here, Hot Jukes.
Yes, sir, indeed. One of the teams I'm
Happy
definitely
Eid
excited for
to
is gotta
everybody
be
who's
C4,
celebrating
'cause, I
Eid.
mean, they're going up against some of the top teams in this region, and they have been bodying them for the most part. I mean, they're still holding on to that #1 slot. They definitely got to watch out for an Hyper. Yet, I mean, regardless, they have to be pretty pumped here. And I think PB made a good point, right? Because a lot of squads are obviously coming down from all the P and PL shenanigans. But C4, they didn't play in it, so this has been their main focus, and I think we're really seeing them shine here.
Yeah, they definitely have a bright future ahead of them. And I love that this team has stuck together even though there's so many options when it comes to free agents right now. You know,
True.
They have something that works, and they're gonna stick through it and see what happens on the other end of things. So C4 doing a great job. Next circle does shift. Looks like C4 might have an opportunity to possibly gatekeep Ultimate Gaming. We got YKG, we got Dauntless. So C4's position right now.
What
might,
are weekends,
allow them
right?
to kind of
Today
evolve
it
here
is
towards the mid-game.
yesterday,
well, I saw in the
today.
chat,
So yesterday
dude,
was a
that the
holiday
big
for
peanut
me.
butter himself, Power Bank, said expecting big things from Dope.
Today is also a
And
holiday
looking
for
at the
me,
zone,
and then Saturday, Sunday
it's
is my
looking quite
weekend.
good for them, Dave. So
But
as long as they're
today
able
I'll
to
be
just
mostly out
really hunker
with
down
family
and fight
for the Eid
squads up on their way
celebration.
in, they should do pretty well
So I'm
here.
not gonna be
See the
around
rest of the teams on the drive
from
over.
lunchtime, like from 1
Valak
p.m.
in the
until
monster
evening.
truck, making the great rotation.
But Saturday, Sunday I am home,
Rotation, using that main road
and I'm gonna sit down and work on my stuff that I have pending.
on the east coast of Miramar, but they're not the only teams because I believe and Hyper also gonna be in the mix. Might be spotting them out, but over here, Craze, the last one alive for Team Mobility.
Also, the stream, the
Oh,
stream that's
balls.
lagging is
Now
not from my
I was
side.
like,
It's lagging from
man,
their
got the
side.
hunt down hot. Yeah.
He's
They want this
checking.
point. They want this point.
I think Rosh up high saw him. Maybe he even got shot at.
Oh, Hot Jukes, by the way, shout out
what's
to
up?
you, man. You got like 3 people gonna go watch the tutorials. So
No, I'm not working too hard.
Go!
I'm supposed to
Go,
finish it
baby!
long time ago,
Salesman.
but I just never I didn't have time to finish it.
Yay.
What I need to
I'm gonna
finish,
go
but I'll do
watch
it this
that.
Saturday so that
Do it.
because I have some events in
Oh,
mind that
boy.
I need approval
Talk
for
about
budget,
that.
so I
While
need
you're
to do it if
looking
I want to
at
have the events.
tutorial, we got some UC on the line as well. So
UC
make sure
code.
while you're watching that Winchester, so typing in code.
Don't forget to collect
be on your
them.
Hot Jukes.
Let's do it. Go PUBGmobile.com/ready. It's probably gone. Be prepared for that next week. Make sure on tune right now. Hit that link. Put it. You can make sure you are the most.
This guy knows talking about who knows. Gone down those tires over here. Look at that. Look at.
Because I have at
this.
least
mean,
like
they
3
see the
events in
team
mind
out
I
in the
want to
distance,
do
and they're just
for
trying to close the gap, trying to push it here on the Panthers. You love to
starting
see
next
the,
week.
The proactive plays here from Hyper Hot Jukes.
Hyper staying strong. Always looking for that high ground in Hyper is. I mean, they're like Billy Goats here. And you can see QZZ. Some little tappity tap taps from up high. He's gonna go back down low. Who's low?
So with Remix being MIA, that
How to
opens up
redeem?
the
So you
season
go
1
to
kindness
PUBG
to
Mobile
ZZ to
redeem
kinda play
page.
catch up on the total
I'll
elims
share
and
it.
Possibly even chase down that MVP.
And then
slot
you put
here.
in
So
the
we'll stay
code,
up to date with them, of course, as YKG.
the verification code,
right
and the
now.
stuff like that.
Looking like they might be in a fight with C4. We were kind of alluding to this a little earlier on, just based off the C4's position. So if they could defend against YKG, that would be massive for
So
the
you can
squad.
use
Let's
this
see if they can get it
link
done, though.
to go and redeem the
YKG.
codes that comes on the
So
screen.
close by, starting to collapse onto
Oh, thank you,
C4.
Carol. Like big
Beers
hearts.
with a beautiful angle here. That shouldn't be a problem. Coops is the one that he definitely got to watch out for. But Coops is out of position as well. But he did buy a little bit of time for
Irene?
Cool. But
Hi.
just enough time for him to get
Welcome.
knocked.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. So.
Hi,
C4
Ezra.
pretty much
Welcome
let
to
YKG push
NHP.
up for free right there. Didn't even see him move. Didn't see any grenades, any mollies tossed out, or even pre-fire. So YKG
We're
were
giving
able to
total
take
4
their vehicle
codes,
and
so
send it
1
right
code
onto
after every
little
match.
hilltop that C4 were holding down right there. So maybe a little miscommunication from this team. I mean, six points. I mean, they're going to be feeling fine here. What they accomplished.
Maybe
in
my
this
command
game,
is
but
not doesn't
that's
explain
going
it
to
really
allow
well. Let me fix
Hyper,
it.
With only 1 point, but they still have the whole team alive.
Uh,
To really play catch up here for that first place spot this game.
Well,
1.
Dave, they got 6 eliminations pretty fast. For C4
So
did.
100.
that's
Okay,
gonna definitely
so
help
not
them out,
100. 1
regardless of the position they go out here. So that's really, I like the fact that they were
code.
really proactive
600
on getting
UC
that done
code on the
real
screen
quick.
after every match.
Because, you know, they fought such
Yeah,
an
okay, I
experienced
fixed the
team like
command. It should
YKG,
be
and
explained
it didn't
better,
work out
but
well.
I
At the
fixed
same
it.
time,
It's
they're
1
still
code
putting
after
points
every
on
match.
the board. So I think they're utilizing a very strong strategy, right, to maintain
No,
that
sorry,
first
it
place
meant to be
spot.
4 total
At the same
codes.
time, you you want
One
to
code
stay
per
at
match.
an end game phase.
Because we have 4
And
matches.
speaking of staying
So
at
it's
the
1
end
code
game,
per match.
that's something I am hoping to do here, Dave, because I just got a little flash flood warning. So if my power goes out, you know why.
Staying to the end game. Hot jukes right there. So we'll
Let's see the
we'll keep tabs on your
kite.
situation, IRL. Thanks for the flag over there. Right about keeping tabs. Next circle. The center. Nobody's in it.
Oh!
Everyone's playing the edge right now, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah, now
is
it should
just
be better.
stuck trying to edge their way in. That's always good for these fights too, right? Because anytime you hold edge, you know that there's going to be a team coming, or you could possibly third party a squad in. But if that zone just hard shifts away from you, you're looking at a 4th, 5th place finish. So for
Ooh,
YKG, I don't think
C4.
that's
6
any problem.
kills
They
but
got
down
6
to 1
eliminations.
player.
They're feeling
They're not
good.
winning this
But for a lot of
chicken
these
dinner.
squads, they're definitely
6 kills for YKG. They are doing
and
actually
talk
quite
about,
good.
These squads,
in this
and
match.
Xexus being one of them in a position right now in the hard cover to maybe a couple elims here onto Ultimate Gamers. They're kind of just scoping out the area. Oh, looks like Trick might have spot one of them. Oh, passing right past.
Oh!
Bang. In the
Trick!
dirt, both players strafing back and forth, trying to connect these AKM shots, Hot Jukes.
Oh, Bane got bodied right there. I mean, the
Ooh,
jump out from
NHP is
Trick
fighting
and still
Execute.
taking
NHP
him out is
GKS was blown
ridiculous.
up.
Yeah, I think even Cobra's
Killed
like,
by
"Nah, I
one
don't
of
want none
Execute
that,
player.
son. I'm out of here.
I'm gone.
I'm hopping in the bus and leaving.
The Cobra. And the thing is, the Cobra has the bus, but also has 2
Oh, he's about to
Golden
get
Eagles
sent to the
member-
lobby, though.
members.
And he does. Trick catches Cobra, too. Right as we change cameras.
Cobra? Oh.
That sucks.
Well, it happens, man. It happens.
It does happen.
It does happen.
happen.
Dauntless and the Panthers might be getting into a skirmish. Looks like Dauntless are all in a vehicle convoy, and I'm calling this fight out because you got the Panthers already set up for defense on the high ground, but you also got Dope Slayers in the area as well. So we're about to have a couple fights, like you mentioned, because all these teams right now kind of playing edge.
Oh! Goodbye. Dave.
Blown up in the
A little
car.
bit of a mathematician, in case you didn't know. You know what the odds were that N Hyper was going to get blown up there?
What?
100%.
100%.
100%. Well, what about Rosh surviving?
Rosh wins this.
That was so
Ah,
unfortunate, bro.
10%.
Ooh,
10%.
Okay. Okay. Well, we didn't expect that. All right, we didn't expect the off-angle support. So.
No, we did.
Well,
That's why it was 10.
Yeah, you did. So 4 points going their way. Still pretty consistent game for them when it comes to at least acquiring some type of points here. Golden Eagles getting the revive. QZZ still out here big chilling. You know who's still alive? T-Mobility Craze.
QZZ is the one left up.
Wow.
He's
I'll
one
say
of the
this.
stronger
When's
players
the
for
last time
NHP.
that you saw N Hyper get blown up in a vehicle via rotation?
I think it's the first time I see them
Off
blown
the
up
top
in
of
a
my
by a
head,
vehicle like
never.
that.
Exactly. I mean, this is different. So, I don't know if it was this particular zone or if they were just trying something new, but it's, I mean, extremely rare we see them make a play like that. So, it's going to make me question what's kind of going through the mind of N Hyper right now.
I mean, they've
Not to do
rotated
that
before
again.
together
That's
in
I
the
think
same
that's-
vehicle.
that's
It's not a big
probably the
deal. It's
first
just
one,
this
yeah.
first time they were caught
That's probably one of the
being
ideas,
shot at
so
and blown
let's not
out of
do
their
that
own
again.
vehicle.
But
But
next
their
circle
rotation is
goes up.
not any
QZZ
surprising or new
did
rotation.
have a nice little stroll to the zone.
They
up
have
there
shared
on the
cars
hilltops,
before,
and
you know, especially
most
when they
likely
don't
will be
find
able
any
to
vehicles.
continue to third-party Phoenix.
Hot
and
Jukes,
with
I don't know
Xexus,
what he is
so-
saying.
Look at this though, Execute the duo.
Oh,
Yeah.
the duo, dead
Duo.
center on some
center.
high ground, and Hyper also rocking the high ground. It's
Good
just
morning,
QZZ left.
Danica.
He's gonna have to Billy goat his way.
That vehicle needs
into the
my
edge of
wrench.
that
You
next
gotta go
zone.
and
But
fix
you know
it,
what?
girl.
Dope looking really good. They have all 4. They don't have any eliminations yet, but they are creeping on that north side. YKG looking real good. 6 eliminations, 4 up as well, and they're very familiar with this area. So I'm expecting them to finish strong here. Hey, that could be a nice comeback game from Xexus too.
Yeah, 6 elims. Yeah, and I think this
El
is
Diablo.
this is important for them as well because they, you know, they're not only trying to prove to us, the viewers and the casters or whoever, but they're trying to prove to themselves that they don't need remix here, Hot Juke. So
Oh
they're
my
back to that.
gosh!
They're dauntless. Oh, Chico.
That
in a
nade
skirmish
bounced
with
off his
Phoenix
head.
Right now, trying to avoid the mini red zone. There goes Killjoy. Take it out.
Yeah, it's
Did
eat here
Karen
today.
G just heady that nade?
You seen John Wick?
I have, Dave. I have. But did
Well, let's see
John
what
Wick
Traffic
headbutt
can
a
do.
grenade?
in the fifth one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, in the fifth one for sure.
the preview.
The preview.
The preview here.
Preview. Dauntless,
Coming out.
they're kind of getting bodied though too because they're getting third party.
I wanna go see
Oh,
John Wick
if I'm
4.
not mistaken. Yeah. So
Classic
It's tomorrow
Robert.
in my place.
classic,
Oh,
classic
nice.
Robert move right there. So I'm not even sure Dauntless. Yeah, they weren't able to confirm.
For us, it's
those
today.
two elims
It's right
there.
now.
That feels bad. And now Ayuya trying to close.
I'm gonna
the
go
gap
and make my
with some
hair again
grenades
later.
And some
See?
smokes.
I
to
did
allow Robert
henna.
to make the pull up here. So talking about third party.
So
Uh-oh. That was perfect
I'm
timing
ready
for
for
Phoenix,
Eid.
so they can get this full reset here. Ayuya is definitely applying some more pressure.
for you guys tomorrow,
While we
nice.
see one of the final remaining players of Phoenix on top of that hill, just giving them some intel. So a great reset for them. Robert's driving right into the
What?
belly of the bird's nest.
Classic Robert.
Classic Robert. Makes it out
Classic
alive too.
Robert. Still alive though, Hot Jukes. I am just lost for words right there. Not
I
sure how
always do
Robert was
henna
able to
every year.
manage, that one.
Oh, what a
the
shot!
MP3 though. You love to see it. Let's see what Robert can do. Let's see how Robert answers the call right here.
Oh!
Ray with the
Ray!
grenade. Able to put a stop to the MG3.
Monazin with that nade. Doesn't hit
I
the
have a
mark.
nice dress to wear for
Oh,
later.
but he eats one himself.
Yeah.
So, wow. Dope.
Wow.
Wow. 3 eliminations. Full team up. They're going to be able to edge their way into this next zone pretty easily. So they're looking pretty strong. YKG looks to be popping some shots on to execute. But it's still Juancho up. Juancho, one of the best players in this game, Dave. I'm going to start calling him Joey Jr. A lot of hopes for Juancho.
Joey's still alive too.
I'll
so I'm not
do
sure
look
how
at-
Joey
helping
will
on henna
feel
after I get
about
married.
that.
I'll
Let's see if
practice
Joey
design
will take
IRL.
out Joey
Oh, you'll do
Jr.
henna
24K
for your wife?
From the window. There's a
The
point.
wall.
I'll take that. Here's Juancho with the ricochet grenade off the windowsill. Possibly trying to take out Trick. Does
I mean,
have
it's either you call it henna or
DPS.
mehendi.
Juancho.
But I think
There's
Juancho.
the
I
M4,
think the
so
most popular term is mehendi.
Juancho
What are you looking
putting
at?
some work right now, Hot Juice.
What are you looking at? He said, you know, nice
Ooh,
little.
QZ got a
And slow,
kill.
so-
He's dead center, but he's big chilling. I mean, as long as he's in that house.
Got 2 kills actually.
Everyone has
We
to
have 4
come to
kills
him,
now.
and it looks like Trick is
total.
looking like he's willing to pay some rent with Juancho here, at least for the time being. Dave. Maybe
QZ
up
is
until
actually
this
in a
next
good
circle.
position in
After that,
zone.
the
I can
lease
see
expires.
the small yellow dot on the map.
Couple smokes on the first floor.
Sharing smokes too, very, very neighborly.
Gonna dissipate here very shortly. So Chico from
Oh!
YKG sent it all the way down in the south right now. So YKG to me, they're just looking to spread their wings and get some elims, but the downside to that
On
is now
henna wars these
Pierce
days, it's
caught in
yeah.
the front line.
It's the same thing.
It's gonna be dope
both
Slayers
works
looking to make
at.
a push here.
That's YKG feeling themselves just a little too much. Spread themselves a little bit thin. Fears is going to get taken out because of that. So I think now we're going to see YKG tighten things up. Here comes Joey looking to find an angle. He said that's not the one.
Oh, they're fighting
Backs it up a
outside
little bit.
zone.
24K catches Robert GG, and you can just see things instantly
Ooh,
turning
they're
around.
leaving.
Yope now in a little bit of trouble. Gonna have to full send it on in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both teams not really wanting to get stuck in the
Is
blue
there
zone
an Eid
and
stream?
the fight. So they
This is a
pop their
watch party
vehicles
for
to
the
try to
Titan series
reposition
right
the
now, and
fight.
Hyper is
Kickstart the
participating
fight.
in and playing. This is the
They need
final
those
week 3.
vehicles.
Everywhere
I think they have to be top 4 teams to move
Okay.
on to the finals.
Heal up here. That's quick.
Uh,
Cooked a little too much. And
So
24K
this is the
like,
stream right
yeah, I'm
now.
not gonna wait around
Where's
for the
AD?
second one.
Idea?
One more bullet could do
Idea.
it, though.
So smart.
I
love
gave
that
all
fact
my idea away.
Right. He jumped out immediately. He said, I'm not risking this. Jumps out. He is in this next zone. Big chillin'. So
I'm
he's
already
gonna be
giving
applying- or actually,
idea.
he's
I
barely
have
outside of the next
600
zone,
UC codes after every
but
match.
Not too far away. So he's going to go ahead and hop back in his truck. Send it down the way just a little bit further. QZZ.
Oh,
Still
QZZ
alive.
outside
Or in
zone.
Hyper. Final play. Oh, and he's sneaking up on Dope. Sneaky,
They
sneaky.
know. They know. Yeah, how you cooking a grenade?
Ooh,
There goes
just
the
right.
fire from QCZ, pulling back just a little bit, trying to return a grenade in return, and they are taking the bait. Let's see what these grenades can do. How much damage can we get done? QZZ, there's one, but we
Oh,
can't
it was
connect on
2v1.
the
It was
other.
difficult with no cover.
And actually getting chunked out a little bit from the play zone right there as well.
But not too
UZ
bad. We went
the
out in 5th
MVP
place.
for PUBG Mobile Pro League North American Finals. Trying to put in some work there, and he actually did, but just couldn't catch the 2 players.
We got 7
Dope.
kills, majority of them
Still
from QZ.
7
So that's actually very
Points
good.
on the board for Hyper. It's gonna make them feel pretty good. Big door open for YKG to have a pop-off
OP.
match and get my prediction right here, Dave.
Yeah, I'm so happy we both predicted YKG to get the
We
win.
did.
We're chicken dinner this game. So let's see. I mean, they got the numbers advantage. Hayuya again taken out from the blue zone back there because they weren't able to get the revive. Was a massive L for Dope Slayers. But let's see though. They still got the duo.
I'm gonna tell you
pushed
something
up
right now.
Just a little bit here, Hot Jukes.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, Dave. The only thing YKG need to worry about is Juancho. I'll tell you that right now.
Joey Jr.
Oh, the legend, Juancho. I'm telling you, he's one of the best players in this game. I played a lot of games with this guy recently. I have a lot of faith in him, and I have a feeling that Juancho is gonna do something special here, Dave.
Let's have a grenade ready to go. Looking to make Hot Jukes proud out here. I don't think that grenade will connect if we do toss that. Looks like they're just trying to grenade each other. Remember, you were talking about paying rents between Juancho and Trick.
Going out today, yes.
The thing is now Chico looking to move
I'm
in over
going
here.
out today.
himself.
We're having a
We'll
lunch
say, Dave, that at least did expire.
dinner
So
at,
currently,
Or
they're
mostly.
trying to run it out for one more zone.
with friends.
But that's gonna be about
Friends
it
and
here.
their
20
family,
seconds left
family
on the
and
clock.
friends.
We're gonna see a little bit of a stalemate. YKG
So I'm gonna dress up
looking
today.
to get a little bit more
I have really cute
real
dress.
estate. Oh, actually, they're gonna full send it onto Dope. Chico's going for the run over.
Oh.
Misses.
They popped in the vehicle too, man. They didn't want that smoke, but Chico popping
Chico!
out with the RP, dipping into
Got
the
one.
blue just a little bit. Nesquik is down, but where is 24K? There he is. From behind with the grenade, taking out Bray.
Got him. That's Dope out of there. So Dope had a chance. They had the good zone. Weren't able to finish it. So it's
So it's
YKG
2v1v1
versus
situation. It's definitely a
Juancho
YKJ chicken dinner
and
game.
Trick.
You know, I've been playing with Juancho a lot lately, and I feel like Juancho can definitely win this one, Hot Jukes. Keep your eye on Juancho. He is going to be using that smoke wall to make the push right now on the Trick, but only has 10 slugs in the DBS. All you need is one, though. One to
Ooh,
the dome
he can
will
get
take
Miss
out
Exes.
Trick.
Unless
Cooking
Oh,
this
that
grenade,
nade- that
looking for
nade's
the
gonna be
lean
good.
peak grenade toss, and I think Juancho realizing the situation, trying to get the elim on the Trick, using 2 of those.
he has no
slugs.
bullets, only 8
Great
bullets
movement
left in
there
his
from Juancho. He's
DPS.
gonna throw a smoke to have him chill out a little bit. Trick's in trouble.
Ooh.
Gets mollied from Joey. It's YKG versus Juancho.
Do
Oh,
we
that
want-
molly might do it.
Oh, oh no!
The threat of Juancho scared Joey so much, and he let that molly go just a little too early. That could
Dude,
be that nade it's it though.
Joey has 6 grenades, no, 5 grenades to work with.
Oh,
right?
Juancho's in trouble. Juancho's got one of his own though. Ain't gonna be good enough. It's over. YKG wins it. And in beautiful fashion here, Dave. I'm telling you, once they
5
get
elims.
elbows,
So, let's see. Who needs the guarantee? That's what I'm looking at here. Who
GG's
needs the
to
top
YKG.
3 5 elims guarantee?
It's a grenade gaming. Definitely grenade gaming.
Or every other team in the lobby with the whole roster playing tonight.
Okay, guys, you ready for the next UC code?
Tensa is giving us some suspensa. I don't know. Right?
You're on a roll tonight, man.
I
I'm just
don't
saying,
know,
Tensa
man.
With the
I'll-
suspensa.
I don't know. Maybe he's just letting
UC
us wait
code
it
will be
out
down
and figure
here.
things out. Who knows? Maybe the contract is still in
Oh.
negotiation. We don't know. I mean, who knows? Like
Yeah.
you said, remix not there for Mizexis, so anything can happen.
Yeah, but Mazexis
Okay, I'm
did
gonna
get 3rd
share the
place, so I
code
think that is
in
good
5
for the squad to
seconds.
kind of prove not only to themselves but everybody else
5,
that they can
4,
get the job done here
3,
without their top player.
2,
You know, so I think that's
1.
also an
Good
important
luck.
takeaway. Let's bring in Neptura
The
and
code is down there.
Powerbang. See what they have to say about game number 2.
Loved it, man. I thought
Let me know if
Honcho
you
was gonna
redeemed it,
clutch
or
there for a
whoever
minute
redeemed
at the
it.
end. He just kind of hung out, got the compound, put out enough pressure to keep teams from crashing it. Because it's like, is that a squad down there? Is that a solo? You couldn't really tell. But Honcho ace with the shots, and
Bruh,
unfortunately
Schizo, you
loses the
redeemed
nade
it
pool to
again?
Joey there at the end. But big fans of both Dope's play there. You saw me mentioning in chat. Felt like they were kind of destined for big things. I think they finished in the top 3 or 4.
GG.
Unfortunate kind of way
That was
things,
fast
way
finger
things went
redeeming.
down there. And man, I was really hoping that QZZ was gonna kind of sneak up unexpected,
Oh,
kind of behind. That would
yeah.
have been like a fun little play, but they sniffed it out. But ultimately, good job from Execute, shorthanded, picking up the 2nd place there, and I really like what I saw from them on Miramar.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think, Neptura?
It's good things. Good things happen to a lot of teams. Bad things happen to a lot of teams as well. I think we saw a few clutches coming through there, a few throws as well. But no, massive GGs.
All right,
to
code 2 was redeemed.
excellent
The next
controlling of that
codes will
final
be after
zone,
the
so
next matches.
let's see it, PB.
We got 2 more codes left
Heck
of
yeah,
600
so
UC.
as we saw early on in this one, FY back out on the battlegrounds, just doing his thing, taking down Kim Chi here. Not a fan, I guess, of the old cabbage. And this was an interesting zone for me. I mean, early on in this one, I mean, it was just toxic right from the start. Half in the water from the first circle. And that is not something you see very often. C4 here, fortunate to get away with one player alive. Daddy Payne made it over the edge. And, you know, they made it a little bit longer in this one. But running against the YKG Buzzsaw there, we're going to see things tighten up in the top of the standings for sure. We'll check on those here
That's what we'll be
momentarily.
paired next
We
time,
also
yeah.
saw Mezexis
You redeem
do
it on
something
PUBG
good
Mobile
here, so
Redeem
it wasn't all bad.
Center,
They took down Ultimate Gaming with the swiftness.
and then you type
And,
the
even though
code,
no remix,
and you redeem it.
know, they were still sort of doing some
Hi,
things.
Killshot.
I think Ultimate Gaming forgot to fire
Welcome.
back though. Jukes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you disable their triggers? What
I
happened?
will never win.
did.
Well, you
I
have to
did,
try. You never know. This
I
is only on my
disabled the
stream, so
autopilot for Ed Hyper
my
2 right there.
code just from my stream. There,
It
no one
happens,
else
man.
is
I heard you guys talking about it in game. Where
one
you
else
know, when's the
is,
last time you saw In Hyper taken down on rotation?
sharing.
And man, how did that not? I mean,
Petty that.
actually
John
swallowed
Wick
it.
5,
That was like some
done.
Wile E. Coyote, like swallow a roadrunner
Boing.
grenade and just boing, and it's fine. Just respawn, no big deal. Look at this play though, from how do you even say this dude's name? You hook me
dude
up
with
on
the
this one,
MG3.
Jukes.
It's Mata Piranha. So, Killer
okay.
Piranha.
Ooh.
Cool. I couldn't make sense of all of the caps all next to each other. I didn't know where that was broken up, but Mata Piranha. Okay, cool. I like it. Killer Piranha.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Fish out of
Anyway,
water,
My whole
though, I
point
will
was just
say.
to compliment them on the gunplay. Very nice.
Speaking of piranhas, though, I mean, YKG, once they
This.
got this zone, I mean, it was all over. But then it was a little scary there for a
As
second.
Eid, is it Eid with Killshot?
There is Joey going up top, and you know that'll
Or you
happen.
mean
You know
with
what's funny
me?
was when I was watching this on replay. All I saw was him throw the bottom stairs, and I was like, "How did he kill him with the molly upstairs?" Like I never saw the first one go out, and that was kind of
Right.
funny. Anyway, Joey getting it done here. Really nice job from him. We have the match report to take a peek at. There's a lot of YKG up there.
All
Strick
YKGs.
does make an appearance for Mezexis
Eid is
with the longest
tomorrow?
elim
Oh.
of the game. Nobody cracking 1,000 damage here in
Eid
this
is
one, but
today
they
for
will
me.
take a nice balanced performance with 24K.
Eid is now
and
right now,
Fears
basically.
chipping in a big way, along with Joey taking down that final elim. YKG picking up yet another chicken dinner. So excited to see what the standings look like for the game, and YKG picking up 21 points, and you can see N-Hyper, Dauntless both picking up 8, and I don't see C4 anywhere, so there's some ground that has been gained, and I'm liking the way this is shaping up. This is getting pretty tight at the top of the tables. I can already feel it, and we take a peek at the bottom half here. Excuse. Chipping away with 4 more points. Dave, what's going on
This
with both?
random ranking?
Yeah,
It is
both,
not random. This is the match
Both are
ranking.
saying nope. I don't think we're going to qualify for the next round. We
Rough.
are going to play in the Challenger Finals, and that might be their plan. Remember, this team looking to develop
It is what you
synergy
mean.
with the new
How is it
roster
random? Not
media
even in
that
order?
we keep chatting about here today, PB. But one team that I'm really looking at here today has to be
Oh,
K19.
okay.
You
I
know, with
understood
all- a
now.
whole new
Yeah, it
team,
was
all
kinda
new
random.
players, which we haven't seen before in the past. And
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
I gotcha.
K19 now,
I
technically
gotcha.
within the qualifiers, that top
Execute
12
as well.
spot. Ooh, and Execute. Good call. With
Execute
only 3
is snuck
tonight.
in. Yeah, only 3 players. Like, maybe that's the new move, guys. I mean, we were sitting, chilling, down in that after the cutoff, and now they have made it in by 1 point, but still 2 matches to play here. We'll see if they can clutch it up. Looking at the top of the table, so C4 still on top, but will it last? The lead has dwindled. They came in with over a 20-point lead, and it has dwindled to 9. So that is interesting, to say the least. We'll keep an eye on that, as again the top 4 spots has gotten
Don, if you want the 600
close. But that is
UC,
going
don't
to do it
forget
for the first
after
half of
next
our show.
match to
Again,
get
2
the
more matches to come.
code.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with game number 3. We'll see you guys in a minute.
No, thank you. It's my code for my stream only. No one has it else. Not interested?
Absolute battle here. Let's see what Kindness
Alright.
can do.
Yeah, and
There's
Eftera
one.
is here. She's on the panel.
Only seeing Team 14 player 3.
Caster, analyst.
So there is
panel.
vague information.
Generic hidden
Hi,
information.
Celine. Welcome.
Getting the frags underneath.
Love the finish.
Golden Eagles
Oh,
here
no.
on the push. They might regret this, yeah.
In my bubbly face.
He's gaming. He is
Good
gaming.
frag.
Oh, this one might
Great
hurt.
frag.
Terran for 3.
From downtown. You gotta make sure your guns are reloaded when you're pulling up on a team like C4, man. But
You're
they're
here
not
for
out
me, not
yet.
for my
Fear is
codes.
coming with the
Oh.
UMP.
I feel honored. You already have, bro. Where do you have 32k UC from? Yeah, you don't have to. You could just relax, watch, enjoy commenting with me. Grab some coffee, like me, enjoy coffee in the morning. Have cute cup. Means are doing oil business. Oil business behind my back? Not even sharing a little bit? What's the secret? Gathering them since season 12. Dang. You have such discipline of not spending that UC. If it was me and I had, like, I would be spending on everything, honestly. I have no concept of saving when it comes to in-game UC. No concept whatsoever of saving. I wish I was that strong like Dawn. Not spending anything. But the game just sucks me in to spend on all the skins. We can spend it for you. She all been like, yeah, if we had a lot of people like Dawn not spending anything, PUBG would not see any profit. But then they have big spenders like me and other people. I'm only into raffles here. This, the cheap version of gambling.
Talk of food going on right now
Yeah.
amongst the staff. We're going to get to that here shortly. Obviously, had an exciting first couple of games, feeling things out, squad starting to get a hang of the chemistry and
I also
the
know it's useless
communication
even if I
amongst
type
themselves.
fast.
But we got a match 3 to look forward
Oh,
to, guys.
internet
Only
issues.
2
Dang.
remaining games until the qualifiers wrap up, and we send on 12 teams to the Premier Finals, which will be next Thursday. 4 teams that don't make the cut tonight will be relegated to the Challenger Finals. They'll have to fight it out. That is going to be interesting. Taking a peek again at the overall standings, those 4 teams, as it sits right this moment, are Bope, Excuse, Golden Eagles, and Team Mobility. The interesting thing, though, is Excuse is making some progress tonight. Again, these guys joined the league a bit late. They were promoted after one of the teams forfeited in week 1, so they started fresh in week 2, and they're trying their best to get that free pass to the Premier Finals. So we take a peek at what's coming up next.
Match.
It's Sandhawk this week. We've got 50 seconds until the game starts. That means so Dave, I hear you have
Talking about limes though here, Hot Jukes. Execute, they got a second place with only 3 up. So what does that tell you for?
I'm switching between. The stream will come back.
the call. I'm going to go ahead and go next. My pick for game number 3, as much as I like YKG for this one, I'm going to go with Dauntless. I feel like they haven't been super noisy this week, and they've been a pretty consistent team so far in the Titan series. They're chilling in like 3rd, maybe 4th place. I can't remember, but they're near the top. They're in the top 4 right now. They need to put something together, so I'm gonna go with Dauntless. And
I'm
for
not
this
sure
one,
if it's an N-Hyper
Neptura,
win, but I
you're
want
gonna
to
be
say
on
N-Hyper
the
win.
cast
Let's
along with
go!
Hot Juke. So y'all take it away. Have some fun in the jungle, and don't forget to hit us with your predictions as well.
Let's go. Here we go. We are headed into Sandhawk, baby. I'm so excited. Also, my first time ever casting with you, Neptura. So are you ready? Are you ready for some Sandhawk action?
I am Juke. Excited for some Sandhawk action. You gotta love it. And yeah, super excited to be on
Shake-on's back.
the desk with you this first time, like you said. So I'm excited. A little bit nervous. So
You got this. You got this. Couple deep breaths, right? And just let it ride. Just like these players have to.
Oh, exactly. I was just gonna say Sandhawk. It's very chaotic, very, very quickly. We've seen what kind of action can come down onto Sandhawk here, and yeah, honestly, they're gonna be wanting to go fairly at it fairly quickly, especially if that zone does a Miramar like it did.
I love Sandhawk. When
last game,
Sandhawk map
Jukes.
first came out in PUBG
wondering where that
Mobile,
zone's gonna be
that
on.
was the only map I played,
Well,
and we
I'm
landed
gonna
all
bet
the time
we're
in
gonna
boot
cave
camp.
finish
It was
because that's my dream.
honestly the best
Okay.
map to play.
I want the zone to finish cave at least one
would love
time
that.
in my PUBG Mobile career, just as a caster.
Is that a zombie
I wanna
skin?
cast a
Which
cave
one?
finish so bad. It hasn't happened yet. and
I
don't
think it was
it's gonna
like a
happen
mummy
now,
skin
but
you were
boy,
looking at.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we all have those. Oasis
The
on
mummy
Miramar
skin is
another
very
one
famous in
where
this
I
game.
think all of us really just want that kind of finish to happen, and yet it eludes us. So, have to see. Maybe this time is our game, Jukes. Maybe we will get that cave finish. Would love to see it, but that zone is making us wait. And in the meantime, I'm seeing
Ooh,
So you're saying there's a chance?
yes,
mummy,
yes.
weird skin.
That is definitely what we're
Not
saying.
really
Okay,
weird. I mean,
PUBG,
because we
thank
had
you.
like
I
a
like it.
Pharaoh event
Lucky Charm.
a couple of years ago. So when they had the Pharaoh event,
Let's go.
That's
they
let's
had
go.
like the mummy skins come out,
So things
and it's
starting
like
off here. What do you think so
super
far?
rare to
standing out
have,
to
or
you?
like super expensive to get.
I mean,
so
I'm seeing
you don't find too many people having
C4
it.
make a run for it in just a little
And then
bit.
they
got that
brought
kinda
the mummy
2-2
skin
split
back
going,
again,
but
and people
we
got it.
generally Yeah, Pinon is a very odd sort of place
Is
to
already
be,
a good
really,
employee.
because it's very
Yeah, it is
difficult
super
to
rare.
actually win. So
I
you've
mean,
kinda
it was
seen
super
people
rare a
doing this
few
kinda
years
2-2
ago, but then
split
they brought the
here.
skin back
Excuse, they've got a
for the
pretty good
second
handle on
time,
the
so people can buy
situation,
it
so
again.
I don't gonna wanna
Now I don't know if
back
it's
out
rare. I
of
don't
this
think
one,
so.
Jukes, or if they're
Maybe
gonna
the
and go
mummy
for it. I
skin
mean,
with the
we've seen them
yellow
do these
tape
kinds of
around.
things before.
That
They
one is
definitely
more
have that
rare than this
gunpowder
regular
to actually
white
do
mummy
that,
skin.
but at this point, I think it's just a bit of a waiting game. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Oh my god! You know what? I heard taco on the desk, and that's all I've been thinking about since. So we forgot to give our predictions, right?
Oh,
that's
you're
right. So what is your prediction? I am not going for Phoenix.
No, I just saw that. I was like, oh, now we know who not to go for. That's a bit of a shame coming from them.
And Hyper doesn't have anybody
you know
like
what?
me.
Honestly,
I am unique.
You know,
for
and
the
Hyper,
team.
I haven't gone with them yet. They're
Smart.
pretty good on Sandhawk. Yeah, I'm going with Hyper. What about you, Jukes?
Especially with that first zone. You know, they like to land in that
Oh, yeah.
south island, so that circle there is going to be pretty good for them. Even though they didn't get the most favorable circle, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I got to give them love just one more time here. This is Sandhawk, right? They're the Panthers, the jungle. I think this is a good chance for them to really make a nice little comeback play.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, Sandhawk's one of those maps
Ooh, that nade
and
hit?
goes. So teams that are struggling in other
Oh,
maps
yeah.
can do
no, it
super
didn't
well on
hit.
Sandhawk. So we'll see. Hopefully they can
You know, even
get
since
into
years
the,
on here.
into the swing of things, just like Dogmas is trying to do here. Very aggressive. We've been seeing them tonight.
Ayuya is going to have to do something special here. I mean, running in this direction is
I still remain as a
automatic.
Nova guy. That's fine.
GG.
That's fine.
He should have known
Pretty
that.
much.
I'm forcing
Yeah.
you to like Nova.
But you know what? I
Winky.
think he was trying to get to a place where his teammate can help give him some suppressive fire. And we saw it, but it was just a little too late.
Yeah, a little too late in a way. So yeah, they are.
It will
gonna
only
have to
work
lose a player
if
out.
they
and
have
it's
won the
Ayuya
championship.
as well. I mean, we've seen him do some pretty cool off-angle stuff so far tonight. So that's a bad player to
in
lose.
the game, you can have the
coming into a
settings
Sandhawk where
to
it's all
see. They're
about
called
those off-angles,
companions.
man.
So each
So,
player has a
yeah, it
companion,
looks like
or
Dover
they can
actually
have a
got a bit of
companion.
advantage here. They're
So you
quite
can make
happy
the
that he got
option to
taken out
see
like that. And
other
K19 now under fire from the Panthers.
companions
Let's see
from
how
your
this goes.
teammates.
Chronics, no,
But you
going
cannot see
down
the
there, so
companions
it's a bit
from
of a
the
return
enemy.
Fire. Now Nate's in trouble.
So you can
It's
turn
in
your
big
companions
trouble, and
on
the
and
rest
off for your
of
teammates.
The Panthers are very far away from this. So this
But
could be
we
a
can
nice,
see all the teammates' companions because we're
things
watching as
for
viewers.
Danny, especially
But
if Danny hits this nade.
Oh, he does.
Great one.
teammates
Start
and
things off.
enemies
So now the
cannot
Panthers
see
in huge trouble.
each
They're gonna get the
other's
finish on the Nate
companions.
here as Valak gets the res. But they're gonna know where he is. I'm surprised they're not just spraying near those trees blindly. Yeah, Nate's gonna get finished in the next couple seconds. Oh, he does find a little sneaky angle, but yeah, that's gonna be it. FY getting the finish. So K19 now on the offensive.
Yes, indeed, and I hope they continue this trajectory. I mean, too often we see teams go for a little bit of a push, they get a little bit of advantage, they go for it, and then kind of stop halfway. So, K19 been kind of quiet so far tonight, but they're looking good so far.
Slimmy!
Oh
Slim
no!
I thought they're traders running
Third
around while they're
party.
hiding.
What- this
No,
is
no,
what happens,
nobody can
right? In
see. Like
Sandhawk,
the enemies
those third
cannot
parties,
see
you
them.
know they're coming! The spray down from Quan! And the finish from Onder. So Onder stealing one of those eliminations. And
Why are
yeah,
they
I'm
still-
surprised
why are they
Baz even
still
holding that
sitting
spot.
there?
He's got to know he's in big trouble, but oh, things are getting dangerous here.
They are for sure. Oh,
Tiny heart.
Vigilante's just ruining everybody's game and taking up a few nice points their way.
There are
as
different
well. But
companions in
K19,
the
I
game.
feel
You
so
can have
bad
a
for them. They're
cat
doing
or a
well.
dog or a
they have
bird
the advantage there, and then
or a bear
Vigilante's just coming in,
or a
swooping
wolf.
in, and off they go again. They're gone again. They're just off into the hills with them after stealing those points. So
Even
now
I have
both teams are in a
I have
world
a
of hurt. It looks like that
companion
K19
from
actually
League of
might
Legends.
might be actually retreating here, doing a little
I
bit
have
of a tactical
like a million companions.
throwback
They're
there.
all really cute.
Back to those hills, back to that cover, and I don't blame them at all, Jukes.
Oh, yeah. The Panthers, I'm glad I didn't predict them, right?
And when you have companions, they can
Because
help you out a bit.
They had a real
That's why the
rough
pro
start
players
here. I
have
mean, coming on
companions
down,
because
they get
if the
the initial knock on
companion,
the K19,
if there's an
instantly third
enemy
party,
nearby,
and
the
that's the way Sandhawk
companion
is you
will
have to
do
have that
something
internal
to tell
clock
you
in
that
your
there's
head.
an enemy
Like
nearby.
the second you get into a match, you have to realize that, hey,
Poro,
you know
yeah,
what? This
Poro.
fight needs to end like real quick, because that third party is going to come, and I mean, we saw, right? It was only a matter of seconds after that fight engaged.
So
why
having a
Vigilantes was there.
companion for the pro players, like in this
Especially when
game,
there's
is
such a high
good
ground
because
up. you know,
there's like
behind,
no
or rather in
indicators
front
of
behind
where the enemy's
the
footsteps
Panthers
are,
and in front of Paradise there. Those hills offer
which is
such
called
great
hardcore
hiding
mode.
ground, so
In hardcore
really
mode, you cannot
have to
see
be
people's
mindful of
footsteps
that
or enemies' footsteps.
for the Panthers and
In regular classic matches,
right across that road
you can
there,
see
so,
enemy footsteps.
yeah.
So
yeah.
you,
Oh!
you know,
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
Mazexis and YKG. 24K has the high ground. Inactive. Oh, that's actually from Phoenix. So another third-party situation happened.
Oh my god.
So
he's getting out.
yeah, he knows
And
it. He's
also
like, that
shotguns,
player
yeah.
got eliminated from someone else. I don't like it. Let's
Yep.
readjust here. Smart for 24K.
Yeah, absolutely, very smart. And that's kind of what.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it's
19
very
should've done
hard
in some
for
ways,
like the
or
pro
many ways,
players
they
playing
should've,
in this high-level
had that
competition.
reaction time to
There's
really
no
just get out
footsteps
there.
indicator on the
Take away,
map.
Jinx,
There's
my
no
screen's
gunshot indicator on the
No, it's
map.
okay. It's all right. Yeah,
Everything is just by
24K
sound.
goes and takes
Like you
down
cannot see
no hacks.
where they are on
He
the map.
does have a little bit of health, and yeah, he knew somebody was there. Chico tried to
So
steal
having
the
a
buggy.
companion is really crucial.
Nice suppressive fire here to try and support their teammate.
Like this companion of
Beautiful
mine.
smoke coming from that
I
back
don't know if
line,
you guys
and
can
24K
see.
doing exactly what he's supposed
That's
to,
my-
just shoot like crazy. And
That's
they
my
do
companion
get the
in the game,
reps.
Wow.
It's little plays like
and
that
it smokes up
that
when there's an
make
enemy
or break a
nearby.
team.
Absolutely,
like-
100%. That
Wow,
was
they
so
got him.
nicely played. Wow.
That's textbook.
Very played. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And how did they get? I want to know how they got all three behind that buggy.
Beer,
and safe.
yeah,
I
beer
mean,
break
was that
the
cover
airdrop
fire
I
who
have.
Really,
So when I click on
wasn't-
this one,
Texas weren't able to twist that,
sorry.
but man, three behind a buggy, that's a new one.
when he does
But
like
now
that,
in
that means
Hyper, oh
there's
no.
an enemy
Have
nearby.
I cast a curse them?
It's
Please say
possible.
no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna lie. It is possible. Okay.
It
Dauntless.
is, yes.
Dauntless is really close by, but Hyper thrive in these kind of situations, right? They're another team that doesn't really let players go down very easy. You know they're gonna be hunting down that off angle. The longer the spike goes, the more Hyper is gonna
then-
thrive. And you can see GK first up
There's
front.
also
He's gonna have to make
Panda.
something happen
I have
with
a
this
Panda.
S12K. While the
You can
rest
have
of
a
his team is
Panda
looking for those angles.
companion
These mollies could
in the game.
definitely prove problematic
Yeah.
And
I like the way the Dauntless are moving around this
wolf,
area. Though.
cat I have
Lots
a
along
bear,
there
I have
kind
a
of-
cat, I have
kind
two
of
cats, I have a
confusing Hyper here a little
penguin.
bit. Try and get all that info. Here comes the though. Lots of noise, but no, it's going to be the S. Oh, no, the
Evangeline,
M4 coming
or
out onto
Evangeline.
Klaus. Now it's the S12K. Now it's the needs. Oh my goodness me.
GK first, making it happen with that shotgun up close.
I
And now
have
the rest
that
of Dauntless is in the deck.
companion.
Oh, Private's gonna catch the angle though, and now it's a battle
I have from
of
Jujutsu
attrition here.
Kaisen
Rin's gonna
companion.
have to make something happen from the low ground.
This little
His
guy,
teammates are
if
giving
you
him
know.
a lot of information though. He's gonna have to hit that nade. Oh, but here comes Bray.
Oh,
But that's it. The curse.
That's it.
And Hyper's out. Oh,
in
dang
full
it.
effect.
dang. I'm going to extend my sincerest apologies to Hyper there, but that was
They
super
were
well done.
caster
Well
curse.
played by Dauntless. What just a well.
How about their play
Perform-
now?
I
And,
have King Kong and
Ooh, that play
Godzilla
now. Come on,
companion.
third party. We love it. Let's see it.
Oh,
Oh, and he does get it. Oh, but that's the knock.
the trade.
Wait.
So,
There's the trade. Oh, but that nade could be very nice. He's got that info, right? The zone has gone their way, so they are just on the edge of this zone, so there's no added pressure on that front. But man, they are. Oh, and it's got it. Oh.
it looks like I made
Yasuo
Dauntless win
GG
this
with the
game,
clutch grenade,
apparently.
And now Private is just stuck. The
He's
last
just
one up
chilling.
for Dauntless.
Here is King
Yep.
Kong
Trying to hold on.
companion.
Dope. Got on the rock. That's usually bad luck. But there's so much
And
pressure.
then I
Nothing
also
you can do.
have
Nothing he could do. That was well played by both of them, honestly.
Poro
Dauntless had
from
zero chance there
Arcane.
once the Dope Slayers actually got on top of
Had a
that hill.
cute
So
little
very,
Poro
very well done there.
companion.
But yeah, Dauntless to get 5 eliminations, so they go out early, but that's
We
a
got a
nice few
kill?
points. And why do I see
No, we have
YKZ
0
and
kills.
C4 in the kill feed? That's because they're here in Pine
Which
Mountain.
was
So
best
interesting,
for you?
YKG moved down from that hit side.
They move really
I
quickly
personally
from boot camp, especially when they
used
see
to
these
use
southern
a
zones,
lot
so they're definitely
the
on
King
it.
Kong companion
And they find C4
for a long
so
time. That was
they
very
know
good.
that
I
C4 is
used
the team that they're
Poro
looking
for
to
a long
catch
time.
to take that first place.
I'm
And
gonna
you know
be
what else
using
they need to
now
catch, Nepturo?
the
Mm.
airdrop.
Yes, you see? This
There.
you see right here. Look at that code is up, guys.
UC code.
Enter that code PUBGmobile.com/redeem. Get yourself
Hi,
some UC. Big
Loopy.
shout outs to the Titan series of PUBG Mobile. We're throwing out some UC here, but we got chicken dinners to get.
Kong always
and
screams,
YKG
yes.
are on the hunt for another one.
It was so annoying when he
Already
screams.
6
He always
kills
scares
on the
me.
board, and what are we, stage
But I got
3?
used
We're
to
not even,
Kong.
like 5, 7
So yeah, I'm
minutes into
using this
game,
one now.
and we already have quite a few
And
eliminations from a few teams.
we'll see
actually.
how
Of
he
course, we got
goes.
Dope Players with 4,
I think
and
he's like,
Ultimate Gaming
I like
with
he's
2,
shiny.
as well as the Vigilantes with 2. So looking pretty nice. Dauntless, of course, going out with 5. So good amount of points going their way. But who is that in the background? I'm seeing a Phoenix player just waiting in the wings. So this is definitely a game of third party. Love to see it. It's a great storyline for Sandhawk. It always is the way, and it always means you gotta make sure you're on your tippy toes when it comes to trying to get these fights done. And it does to come jukes. Teams know when you're fighting, and they will be back. They'll be on your back in a few seconds. So you've really got to wrap this stuff up. But K19 now trying to get some kills. But first, it's Ultimate Gaming and the Vigil. Kimbap goes down. Oh no, from Team Mobility. They were in that kill feed as well. So there's a lot of fights going on all of a sudden. But where is that coming from? Fisherman, dude.
Beautiful off angle there from Ultimate Gaming catching Fishy. So that's going to be another point on the board for them. But this is way deep into Papa Blue. So they're going to have to make that move. They are eating it up a little bit. It's still stage 3, so they can eat quite a bit as this zone. But this clock just starts ticking faster and faster as every zone pops.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's an interesting play from them. I guess they kind of got caught out there in the middle of a fight. But yeah, they're way in that blue. As the zone goes straight to Painan Jukes. Honestly, the Falcons looking pretty decent if they can just hold on to the majority of that hillside there on that southeast side or southwest side even. They're looking pretty good because a lot of teams, they're busy, they're out in zone, they're not really looking at them.
Check the I8 drama yet? I saw what you guys were talking about in the server.
But hey, Excuse, they're chilling in Painan too. So
is that what you mean for? I'm excited for the Dragon Ball collaboration this year. Me too. I want the Dragon Ball collaboration to happen.
Yep.
I just don't know when it's going to happen.
To do so, but it's going to be hard with the likes of YKG. On other squads there. YKG is hurt though.
I thought I8 was supposed to be winning or something.
Just short.
Like they're like the main team for Pakistan, no?
Nope, that went to the smoke.
How about that one?
He's been
they were the best from Pakistan.
He's been bamboozled by smokes.
But I guess
he evades them and gets
no
him
team synergy there.
Bamboozle.
Let's see. The epic
bamboozle
gets.
Oh, how about that bamboozle?
He was bamboozled.
Fantastic. Poppy Sour coming in with the ultimate bamboozle.
But then who's going to play
smoke or
fall
no
split?
Smoke? How about
I mean, how is
Lamborghini?
I8 going to play fall split PMPL if they're disbanding now?
Nightrox is going to try to pick up Legend here and run him into the zone. It might work out.
Are teams forgetting that there is fall splits of PMPL left, by the way?
Chunking.
If they disband, they're disqualified from playing in PMPL fall split.
Figure out a way to pick up his brother, but I think it's more likely they're just going to let him bleed out.
They'll play SAC together?
Yeah.
Okay. The championship, right? South Asia Championship?
Entirely there. Matt picking that one up. Yeah, you know, 24K's got some big things to worry about. He's got 2 teams coming up from behind him. He's got K19 and C4.
I don't know what the teams are.
I mean,
I don't understand that some of the teams that are like disbanding from different regions right now. I mean, just because they didn't make it to PMWI doesn't mean it's the end, honestly.
They really have.
There's still fall split, and then there's still PMGC.
Ghoul's got 2 defeats on his page there, so they're just sitting.
People just give up too easily.
Because that zone, they don't have to do anything just yet.
Yeah, they're big chillin'. Excuse is doing the same thing. I don't want them to spread themselves too thin here. What do you think about players using these kind of splits, Niptura?
I like it, but there is a tendency, like you said, to spread yourselves a little too thin. You've got to make sure you're a tight-knit team before you start doing that kind of thing, because once you have that synergy going and have those comms down, oh, hang on, Rush Pablo trying to rush this on to Nyx, I believe. Yeah, try and get rid of them so they can move over
Golden
to the
Eagles
outside
have
of the
chance to
river.
win this.
Wow.
With that zone and
this
execute
has
as
just
well.
gone the way of many teams, and many teams are crying right now.
Oh,
Gaming have to finish this one ASAP.
That's a problem.
Nice nade.
That's
Very
the problem
nice.
when you have family
GG's there, but now
playing
they
in
gotta
the
run for
same
it. They got 20
team.
seconds. They gotta cross.
There will be
river,
like
they gotta
always like a
cross teams.
debate or like
This is
not
gonna be
good
a tough one
synergy.
for Ultimate Gaming. Do they have a vehicle? They have one.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to see how that goes. But those
I would
spreads,
scream
like we were talking
murder
about. And yeah,
if I had to
like 'em
play with my
if you can do
brother
them well, because
in the
once you
same
get that
team.
team synergy, those comms going, you can be a very, very tight knit group and get those splits down.
This is inside the zone.
But what's this? Inside the zone, yeah. Oh, IKG going out there. Quan, sneaking. Sneaking and snaking. Ooh, not sneaking enough, though. Gets seen.
Here
And
comes
now we
Bolt.
got Bolt. Oh. Oh.
Fade forced to give away his position there. He didn't want to give it away too early, but he could
True.
not pass up on those 2 eliminations. But all eyes are towards the back of the zone. The Panthers. I think you can see Valak going for some little hot
C4
hippity
is
hops,
out.
trying to find a spot, but unable to do so. This terrain so vicious, but there's battles happening like crazy on this side of the map. You can see Execute
2 players are too
trying to
young.
finish out K19. Selfless, nade.
Oh, nade.
This is also
Is
Casper.
he gonna hit it?
Ooh, 1 HP.
My goodness.
One of them threatened to
What?
leave. Dang.
He just shifted away from it enough. Oh my goodness, that was very, very lucky. Selfless knows he's got damage down, but doesn't know just how much. But it has allowed them to kind of heal
so
back up and
lucky.
reset. Oh my goodness, but he is a solo. He's going to have to do something and do it quick in this zone. This terrain, like you said, is just the worst. These rocks give you absolutely no shelter because of how open it is in between them. Execute?
Gone.
No.
They had
Already?
such a great
Golden
position, but
Eagles
they
and
spread themselves a little too
XQS.
thin, focused on too many squads as they just full sent onto them, and they just got
I'm
picked
telling you,
apart
it can be a
little by
golden
little.
eagle
Now
win.
Fab's in the same position like Fate was a little earlier, but he's got a whole squad of excuse he's looking at. I don't know if Matt spotted him.
Oh.
Nothing yet. Fab, sneaky, sneaky. Zone's closing though. Golden Eagles looking real good here.
They are. They're looking very good. Ideally, I'd want to see a little bit of a spread coming out here, but it's not possible with this terrain. They're going to have to just stick to these compounds, stick together, hope for the best. And honestly, their position's a good one because of all these fights happening on the other side. So, yeah, they're looking okay just now. But Jukes, if you had to make a prediction, who's going to win this? Who's winning it?
I gotta give it to Excuse. Why not? I mean, they are trying their hardest to win this game. Psych! I'm going with the
True.
Panthers because that's who I predicted from the
Oh.
start.
That's
Okay,
But
but
I'll tell you
Panthers are
what,
gonna win
out of all the
this.
teams that need these points, Golden Eagles and Excuse
Did you
are
join gym? You
really
look younger.
trying their best
I am going to
They
the
are.
gym,
ensure
but what does
that
gym
ticket
have to do with
the
making me
Premier
look younger?
Division, because Execute went out with only 4 points, so the door's
I've
open
always looked
for
younger.
them to sneak one of those slots.
And
Yeah,
hello,
yes,
Sinam.
it is
Welcome.
indeed, and they've been trying so very hard. So, all of these teams honestly deserve this. I mean, for the Panthers to come in here as a duo, to finish off the game as a duo, come top 3 as a duo in
Golden
this lobby
Eagles
is a
are
big
definitely
achievement
winning
on
this
its
match.
own.
No
So,
brainer about this.
Big GGs to them, no matter where they place. But yeah, excuse me, Excuse and Golden Eagles, they are both in those danger zones. They need these points as soon as possible, and it's the first knock on to
Ooh.
Excuse. Beowulf, he's got it. He's got another angle, maybe.
Oh,
too
and he gets the
easy.
pre-fire.
That
Look,
free
Golden
fire.
Eagles with this zone,
Yeah, they don't
everybody
have
has to
zone.
come to them. So it's their game to win. All they have to do is just clean it up. Beowulf knows he's got this choke point. The nade's coming out hot. Divine had to full send it,
Jeez.
but it's pretty much all over. It's just the Panthers versus Golden Eagles. Valak though, with this angle. That was a lot of damage he just did. One nade from Quan. Quan, does he have it? I don't think he does. He's looking for Stranger. He's on the rock.
Can
Nothing to
Quan
his
win
name
this?
but a first aid in a dream.
Oh my god, and the push? Just Quan,
Got one.
hello?
He got 2!
Oh, he still got it.
Quan,
1v1?
No.
1v1?
the legend. He's gonna get
Really?
these confirms too. It's a 1v1!
It's a 1v1. Are you insane?
Quan full send it in the open. The angle. He's gonna win
Oh my
this.
god.
It's all Quan. The Panthers! I never doubted them! I never doubted them even just a little bit. The Panthers win it! Oh,
Oh
my goodness!
god. Amazing. Oh my god, Jukes. You predicted them. They won the entire thing from a duo. They basically, well, 1v4'd it, honestly. Let's be real.
Golden
here.
Eagles
Wow.
choke this.
Welcome to the highlight reel, Quan. Welcome
for
to the highlight reel. That was absolute madness right there. I mean, I don't know how we won that. Considering that we saw Golden Eagles, right, with their position, their choke point, they had it all. But, you know, we saw, I think it was Valak. Yeah, Valak just came in, put enough work on them
mean, losing
to just
weight
allow
makes look like under your
to go to
jawlines
work
like a teenager.
and got
Thank
it
you.
right
I
there
did
at the
lose
end.
weight.
Beautifully done. And Iptura, how did
I
you go for your first
have a
guess?
jawline right now.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Appreciate being able to come on.
Skid, so go
this
from
is
here.
Powerbank. That's me. I'm Powerbank
Hey,
now.
let's go!
There we go. There we go.
That's the best power bang impression I have ever seen right there. So
Heck
spot
yeah.
on. There you go. Way to go.
Yeah, it was just such a great game to cast. So exciting. So much going on. So many
The
different
code
things to
is
discuss
first
and
come,
chat
first
about.
serve,
So, yeah,
unfortunately.
appreciate you having me
So
on, Jukes.
whoever
It was
gets the
fun. It
code
was so much
first
fun.
gets
And
it.
Panthers, go Panthers, man. What a game from them. That was big.
Let's
That
go
was
ahead and
huge.
bring the big
Yes.
PB himself. I mean, man, what do you feel about that match, huh?
I'm a little beside myself, man. I really okay. So a couple of things. The Panthers, I love that you stuck with them. You wanted to front run that and take excuse, and it was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna stay, even though it's 2v4 v4. Like, I'll take the Panthers. You were right. Quan clutch.
And we just shift the screen so we can get the code. Get ready. I will share the code soon, guys. You still here? Good, Nazu.
C4, we got Dauntless. That's it. So for the
Yeah.
first time, someone else is going to finish on the top of the tables. We've got the Panthers clutching it up here with the chicken dinner. You love to see it. And I got to tip my cap to all of the teams at the bottom of the tables. You saw the Golden Eagles there at the end, putting some big points on the board. You saw Excuse there at the end, and we thought, Excuse, this might be your moment. But then when I looked around at who they were still in competition with, it was the likes of like Bope and, you know, K19, and it was just, you know, really kind of a big mess where all the
Also,
top
make sure
teams kinda
guys
went
to
out
like the
early.
stream. Don't forget to like the stream.
But yeah, good stuff all the way around here. Classic little engagement here. I thought this is where I thought like, oh yeah, that call of Dauntless, I'm onto something here. And just as I thought we were good to go, third party comes in and Dope just absolutely slays out because they're incorporated to do so. I mean, just really impressive stuff from them on the third party. Jukes, what'd you feel about this game? You know,
Oh, man.
you saw the Panthers, but I didn't hear much about them until the very end. I mean, what'd you see
Oh, what do you
along the
mean?
way?
I predicted them from the start. I knew they were going to come back from the very beginning. And they just did what the Panthers we predicted to do. You know, so beautifully done for them. I mean, honestly, though, in reality, Golden Eagles should have won that. I mean, that was their game to win.
It
hands
was their
down.
game to win, but
This
they
play, that
did
was a
not
fun one to
finish.
watch right there, the shenanigans.
Oh yeah, this
Poppy
one.
Sour with the brutal run over there. That was absolutely
All right, I'm gonna
savage.
share the code
Hey, here, lining him up,
in
knocking him
5
down.
seconds.
You love to see it. He was eliminated here shortly
5,
thereafter. The Panthers taking
4,
him down on the way to their
3,
victory. But
2,
man, Dave, I just gotta know,
1.
man. We're talking PUBG Mobile here, but I
Good
really
luck.
gotta know. Did you get the taco?
Code is
or
shared.
what?
Ah,
Let me know if you
I was like,
redeemed
yeah,
it.
I had all these good points. Yeah, I got the taco. All right, man. I
All right.
got
Go.
the shredded
Well, get to the good points then,
chicken,
man. Let's not delay.
guacamole, the jalapeno peppers, the cheese. It was all there, man.
Ooh.
And it was good too because you know what? I got to sit back.
Redeemed
and
it? That was really
relax.
quick.
My man Quan put on a great showing up against the Golden Eagles. My dude right here got themselves a winner chicken dinner, and that's massive. Shout out to Quan right here. In the open, making the push with the M4, the pre-fire.
Oh, he's
and
running
he's right
speed
there
as well.
He crouched that last bullet that would have taken him out right there.
Oh,
Yeah, his reaction at the very end there, the first one was perfect. On point, headshot immediately. Second one was honestly a little slow.
Maybe
Like,
Schizo
you know,
is
you knew
baiting you
that
guys.
as he
He's just
closed
saying
that
redeemed
gap,
it, but
the
he's
guys with
just
the
making
straight
you
out and try
think
to
he
take him
did
down. He was a
redeem
little
it.
bit
But in
slow,
fact, it wasn't
but they
redeemed.
whiffed the shots, and ultimately Quan able to pick up the winner chicken dinner. That was super clutch. And just like that, the Panthers clutch the 8 elims.
Maybe he's saying he redeemed it so he has more time for himself to redeem.
The rankings here, trying to solidify
So you never know.
themselves
Just try the
in
code.
that
Don't
top
wait
12.
for
Again, we've got
Schizo to
only
say
one
or
match
for
to go as
anyone
we
to
take
say
a
that they
peek
redeemed
at the
it.
match report. Pretty good mix of teams.
It can be a tactic. That's what I would do. I would say, yo, it's been redeemed, and then I just go sneak behind and redeem it for myself.
I'm a little sad they didn't come home with a chicken dinner at this one. I thought they were set up to do so, but ultimately Quan here from the Panthers just clutching it up at the end, getting those elims up,
killing their will to even try. See,
all of that happening in the last few seconds there with the 1v3. So
I
really
would
nice
do
job
that
from
tactic,
him. Hot Juice, take us
definitely.
through the rankings from the game.
Ooh, let's take a look at it right here. Here are those rank points, but you know what? The rank points don't matter, BB, because
I mean, let's throw up another 10 on there. You know, they picked up 10 in first, 6 in second. We know how it works, but I don't know where they went.
-7.
Quan must have stole those too along with the match.
Yeah.
don't matter, dude.
Yeah.
Don't matter. The
Yeah.
Panthers just did some
I have a
magic,
low-level laptop.
okay? Seeing a 1v4 situation in
I'm
the Titan
trying
series,
all from
that's
start
what
of the
gets
stream.
the heart rate rising,
You have to
baby.
have
That's what
like
this is all
2
about.
windows open.
So,
like,
I mean, what more could we really ask for,
you have
right?
to have the stream open on your phone
Can't hurt to
or on the laptop,
get the 1v4s,
and then you have the
1v3s,
website
1v
open on
anything.
another
I'll take
place, and
that
then
all
just do it
day
same
long.
time.
Quan, though, clutching
yeah.
it up. Neptura, what did you feel first time on the desk with the hot jukes? I mean, did he treat you
Use your
okay?
phone with the
Was it
laptop.
working?
Easy, exactly. Use your phone for
Yeah,
the
it
stream
was
and the
great.
laptop
He
for
was
the
very,
redeem
very nice.
website, and then
10
Or
out of 10.
vice
Good
versa.
job. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Good job, Jukes.
It was
you can cut
fun.
her a check after the game.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I am excited, though, to be checking out the overalls here in a second. We'll get those rank points finished up here in just a moment. But we've got one more game. We got some storylines to explore. And again, my attention goes to kind of the bottom of the tables. And it's got to be excuse, right? Like,
Iris
they've
has
gotta
a
be
trick.
getting close. Like, wouldn't it be crazy if,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
a team that kind of started in week 2, just a whole week gone, starting with everyone else getting a head start, if they actually qualified coming up from challengers to make it straight through.
it's
the
easy
Premier
to
Finals.
redeem
That
when
would
you
be
know the
incredible.
code.
And granted, if they
all the
don't
codes
qualify,
have the
it's not like they
same
were shortchanged or anything. They got to play the
first,
whole
I
season
don't know,
with
True.
some really
5
great
letters
teams,
the
some
same.
elevated competition, and they're going to be
So
in
you
the
just need to
Challenger
write the
Finals,
last
which they
5
were
or
not
6
certain
letters.
to make, regardless of them staying in the Challenger division. So with that, excuse has got to be getting close. We don't know how close just yet, but last match being Erangel, I don't know if that's their best map. I don't know. They seem like they did pretty well last game, getting to the end. I don't know if they have like a map favorite, but Neptura, do you think they got what it takes? here
Actually,
to
only the
punch their
last 4
ticket
codes are
to the Premier
different
Finals?
of the redeem code.
I mean,
So
it
if you
certainly
have the
looks that
beginning
way
codes
in
the
that, in
same,
those last
just the
few
last 4 you
circles. I mean, they definitely
add
had
the new
that
code,
kind of
then it's
that
easy
kind
to
of
redeem. You have it ready
strategy
on one
coming
window.
through here that they could definitely use on a wrangle. It's just if they get those kind of zone shifts, if they have the kind of game sense to really look at a wrangle.
Trust me,
or
I
take
know
what they
this
saw
because
in
I've been
Sandhawk
trying
and
also to
transfer that
redeem
a wrangle.
before from
If
previous.
they can do that, then absolutely, because they seem to be on a bit of a roll now. Once you got a good game behind
Don't
you, it's
tell these
easier
pez-
to do well in the next game. So fingers crossed. they
I'm
got
giving
what
you
it
these
takes.
tips and tricks to make it go faster for you
certainly
guys.
Is one player you might have missed from your screen tonight is Tensa from Execute. So we're going to fix that right now. And we're going to put Tensa on your screen. And you better get your typing fingers ready to go over to
codes.
PUBGmobile.com/redeem.
Go get the voice pack
Heck
code.
yeah.
The sweet, smooth voice of Tensa himself to give away and install permanently in your PUBG Mobile game. So take one of those 6 codes on screen right now. And if you're one of the
Voice
first to enter them
pack,
over
voice
at
pack, go get it.
PUBGmobile.com/redeem, you'll be getting hooked up in your in-game mailbox. So very big shouts to PUBG Mobile and the Titan series for hooking it up with the voice pack giveaway. Tensa immortalized in the game forever. Quite an honor, my friend. So love that. We are gonna be doing something here next. I didn't hear what we're gonna do because I was talking.
Party time.
We're gonna replay the final fight again. That's what we're
All
doing. That's
right.
what I'm
Do
being
that.
Do
told
it.
in the old ear. So let's replay that sucker. Let's get it back up. Neptura, take us away.
There's
What the heck
always
happened?
been voice packs in the game
Okay,
from
first
pro
of
players.
all, I keep wanting to go back to this. Quan was so focused on Stranger, but at the same time, how on earth was that other member, I can't remember who it was now, of coming up here? How was he able to get all this way? He was just allowed to get up there, and he still got it. I thought Quan was so tunnel visioned he was not going to be able to get that, but he managed it. I mean, GG's, but baby dang, come on. You made it all that way in the open, and he didn't get that shot? Come on.
There is one code
That's
left
crazy.
after
I
the
agree.
next last match.
It is.
I mean,
Maybe
I
take
agree.
too
But
much
the thing
time.
is how are you gonna just push with leaving players behind? I mean, if you're gonna make the push there and try to flush them out from the rock, send the house, man. Don't go one at a time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, if that's the move and you're gonna push it, just push it. Go
Just
both
push it.
sides of the rock. You know,
Yeah.
you don't line up and make it so they can take you one-on-one, because that's how you win a 1v4 is you're able to isolate, which you saw him use the rock as cover,
Exactly.
take that downward angle, then he takes the other angle, and then it's like every single one of those fights were 1v1, and that's if you have the numbers, you force I mean, if you roll back a little bit earlier in that match, I can't remember who it was that was trying to escape. It was Dauntless at the bottom of the hill behind the truck. He was trying to take that fight, but it was Dope Slayers at the top on the third party. You saw them push the angles, attack from the sides, come from the top. It's like they could have taken that 1v1, but that gives Dauntless the opportunity to take that, fight and, make it one-on-one. That didn't happen.
Absolutely.
Dauntless easily loses that fight to Dope. So, a little bit of a throw there at the end from the Golden Eagles, but maybe that's why they're below that cutoff line at the moment. I don't know.
Maybe.
Full
maybe.
gyro
I don't know.
confirmed though, right there, right? From that boulder plate, a boom boom, the quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full
You
gyro.
You should have
gyro.
seen his gaming chair, Dave. Just whoa, just
Right?
whipping it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta do that, dude. I
Heck
got
yeah.
myself on a swivel for that reason. You never know when you're gonna need to hit
Heck
that
yeah.
flick, and he did just that. That was impressive stuff for sure. So, Hot Jukes, hit me with a storyline here that you're kind of tracking. What are you excited about going into this fourth and final game of the night? And again, this is the last game of qualifiers that's coming up next.
I'll pump for excuse, honestly, right? I really want to see what they could do, because if they're able to pull out like some crazy, I don't know, double-digit chicken dinner here, that should be enough, right, for them to make it into the finals. So to hear them missing an entire week and still bodying teams here at the bottom, it just shows how much they want it.
Really does. I would say there's as I take a peek at the standings here, there's a few teams kind of in danger still. We haven't talked a lot about Phoenix Esports. They've pretty much been invisible this season so far, just like mediocre, not really performing super well, but like they're not safe at this moment. They're sitting in 11th, so they haven't been a team that we've focused on, but they're only 6 points above the cut. So maybe somebody does enough to jump over them. If one of those teams at the bottom has a chicken dinner or a strong performance like we saw this last game, as you can see, the Panthers, Golden Eagles, Excuse, 1, 2, 3, that's going to make things interesting here. So we are getting ready to queue up, Aaron, go, for our final map. I'm excited for it. We've got 2 minutes till the drop in, and it's time for predictions.
Who redeemed the code?
Nakura, hit me
Schizo redeemed the
with your
third code.
pick for game 4 tonight.
So we have
Who's
one
gonna
more
be?
code after this Erangel match.
I think Jukes kind of convinced me. I think I'm going to have to go with his pick as well. Excuse. They've been doing some good work. We were
That's it.
saying
So
coming
for
in.
the first time, someone else is going to finish on the top of the tables. We've got the Panthers clutching it up here with the chicken dinner. You love to see it. And I got to tip my cap to all of the teams at the bottom of I don't know.
I gotta work on my dexterity.
Whoa,
What did I
whoa.
do? What did I do?
Schizo.
All right.
Schizo
Fair
redeemed the
enough.
third
Dave,
code.
hit us with the picks, man. We're about
Yeah.
to take it away, myself
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Hot Cheeks for game number 4. Who you got?
Who I got? First of all, do we have another UC code coming hot this game? Some people in the chat are wondering that. I don't know. Maybe let us know.
Bro,
Shout out
it's
to
not the time for UC. I asked you an important
I'm a
question
man of the people.
about the
I'm a man.
predictions,
Give me my
and he's
UC,
like,
PB. That's
give
the
me some
truth.
free stuff,
I
dang
want
it.
my UC, man. I haven't been able to type it in quick enough. That's the truth. But when we come to the actual question, it's the last game of the Season 1 premiere. I gotta give it to my team. It's a once-a-day thing. You asked me in Game 1, PB. It's about that time. It's about that time for the team to rise up after typing in this UC giveaway code. It's gonna be the Golden Eagles for the winner chicken dinner here in the final game.
I love it, man. I love it. The Golden Eagles need to do something, but thank you, Dave. Thank you, Neptura. Hot Jukes and I are about to give our sage, wise, expert predictions that will tell the future as a matter of fact. Hot Jukes, I'm going to let you go first.
I gotta stay consistent, PB. Alright, Neptura.
Hold on! We interrupt this important point to bring you UC! It's on the screen now.
UC.
Make sure you enter that code over at PUBGMobile.com/redeem and get yourself some nice UC. All right, back to the matter at hand, Jukes.
Excuse.
Really?
I believe it. Yeah.
Is that
why
what
not?
we're doing here?
Neptura predicted that I would predict excuse, and she is our prediction queen so far. So I mean, I gotta go with it.
What does one have to do to qualify as a prediction queen?
You have to predict the prediction that I'm gonna predict, okay? And that's what she did, and she did it with grace. So it was
Schizo
the
is not
confidence. Once I
using
heard the
the
confidence of it, PB, I was like,
iPhone.
you know what? It's gotta be it.
And I never actually used an
Excuse
iPhone
gonna win
to
this one. And look
do
at 'em.
scanning like
They
that
are
because it takes also still
dropping,
time.
right? Just south the shooting range. And that is the spot that you need to drop if you want to win this game, because the zone is going to Zarki.
Wow, okay. You know, I gotta tell you, it's better than not dropping. You know, if we're gonna look at it critically here.
That's
I
true.
would say that dropping is probably good. And look at this. What in the heck is going on at this little city here? We've got ourselves a Novo Ripnoye battle. And this is getting dicey. It's Mezexis. We've got Dauntless.
Okay, we don't have it too bad of a zone,
Somebody else
and
in here
Hyper
oh,
is
no,
in
caught
the zone.
immediately, and just like that,
That's
inactive.
good. It might be another maybe
Getting on the board
Gakta
first.
finish.
Mezexis needed this, man. They are qualified and through to the finals, but they have not looked like the team of the past 2 weeks. That is for sure. But they start off here hot. Dauntless down a man early, and they're about to be down another. Well, this room has no exit. This is an outhouse. Oh no!
He's smoking
Is that a
himself
grenade?
out. No, he's smoking himself out to provide
I wanted it to
himself.
be a grenade so
It's
bad.
gonna be a grenade in the next few seconds if you don't move. Okay, yeah, and he's going out the back.
Oh, no. This smoke here is clutch. Will we see some pre-fires into this? Oh no, it didn't make it over the wall. There's a gap here. And I don't think he has heals. Oh, he's done. Is there the patient? Well,
Oh!
He got him. Look at that. He actually connected with a headshot. I thought he was going to start that wiggle and just kind of lose focus, and he did for a moment, but recovered, got the headshot. Dauntless down another member. And the finish is quick as Klaus and Skipper try to live to get out of this area. They are being pressured heavily by Mezexis. Mezexis not really continuing to loot. They're trying to hone in on this. You can see inactives, doing a little bit of looting in the background. But rocking the revolver at the moment, that is not what you want to take to a gunfight. Unless you're me. I like that a lot.
Ooh,
You've seen me use
kill.
objects.
Oh yeah, dude. The revolver and PB, the deadliest combination next to PB in the Car 98. I'll tell you what, guys, I've seen it happen too many times. On the back of my buggy, instant headshots.
Or a motorcycle.
Or a motorcycle.
Oh,
Speaking
hello.
of headshots, Klaus cleaning up Mezexis. That's a good little comeback. You think it can happen here?
Push
PB?
it. Send it,
Push
Klaus.
it.
Send
Push
it,
it.
Klaus. Be the hero that we know that you are. Ooh,
Got another
that's the headshot. And the push.
The drop shot!
shot gets it done. And the
Wow.
finish. Big shots from Klaus. Dude, Dauntless isn't going to die. They're still in this one. They're trying to prove a point here. They are not going to go out to Mezexis.
Oh my gosh! That's it.
Is
Mezexis.
this a fumble, if you've ever seen it, by Mezexis? A 4v2, and they are attacking one-on-one right now. I don't know what's happening, but finish
1v2.
after finish happening for Dauntless, and Dauntless now in a 2v1 situation. Trick up the hill, never really supported at this point, so
I think he
I'm not
was
sure
right.
what's going on.
So Trick was up there in that building writing a letter saying it was an I miss you letter to remix. So he was really busy doing that. And unfortunately, his whole team went down in the process. I understand why he was writing that
I
letter,
don't think
PB,
Trick found any weapon because
But
he had
I
a
get it.
pistol.
At this
So
point,
obviously he couldn't push
I
forward
think
at
it's
that
a little
time.
too late. You know what I'm saying?
Let's break it down, Jukes. I got a few key questions to ask, and it's about this letter. Hax goes down here, and just like that, we'll take a replay here. Maybe it's the letter, maybe it's not. No, it's Klaus, actually. He gets the headshot out the window, and just like that, you know he's going hero mode. This mummy going out the window and is just going to go bail out. 360!
Woo! That clap.
And the drop shot. So there it is.
That was a
Go
good
slow,
drop shot.
baby.
He
Hit me
almost was
with
gonna
that.
miss him.
That is it. Anyway, back to the letter. This is the important stuff, Hot Juice. Do you think that it was written with a ballpoint pen, feather, and dipped ink? Or are we looking at like one of those fountain pens with the sharp tip? What do you think?
Definitely dipped ink, because that's why he took so long, right? Because it takes
the
a little
feather, yeah.
It takes a little extra time to write that kind of letter with a real thick parchment. I think he threw in a couple cheeklets as well to try and like possibly bribe him. But unfortunately,
those are delicious.
they are.
Imagine
they
writing
are.
a
You
letter
can get
with
those
a
at a little
feather pen.
machine in the mall for like 25 cents. You can get like 4 or 5. It's great.
It's a screaming deal. It's a screaming deal, and I think that it's a deal that they need to make. Whatever Remix wants, Remix needs to get. Because honestly, I think that he was a pinnacle member for the Mizexa squad.
Absolutely. They should double it. Maybe throw in a baker's dozen chiclets.
Maybe one of those
And,
tacos
yeah,
that
maybe-
Dave got, too.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Maybe they get them back. All right, one more question on the letter that was written here. Just one more, and then
Go
we'll
ahead.
do it. Since it was written with a feather and dipped in ink, do you think it was written in cursive or not?
Ooh.
Oh,
I think it was written with the tears from Klaus right there, to be honest. But besides that, yeah, I'm gonna go with cursive. Because you know what? It's not taught these days in school, and you know what? It adds a nice touch. That's a nice touch, baby. What do you think?
Yeah, I like cursive. Maybe papyrus font though. Kind of mimicking that.
Comic
Man,
Sans.
Hyper getting in on the action here. Ultimate Gaming. It's just.
What are they
oh my
writing?
God.
What are they writing,
Fat
PB?
rip.
Wow, that.
They're writing. I hope they wrote their wills, Hot Jukes, because they have some belongings to give
Hyper.
away. Because that was
That
ridiculous.
was a squad
Did you
wipe
see
if
how
I ever
quickly
saw
they
one.
all died? That was like, oh my gosh, there were no survivors. Everyone dead on the scene, dead on arrival. Like that was crazy.
Oh my goodness, N-Hyper put him in a body bag real quick. And you know what? This is what N-Hyper does. It's real funny because every single time I see N-Hyper play, I always say like they have this they have like a safety meter. That's what I like to call it. There's a certain amount where like they start playing really good and they start passing it. So they're like, all right, let's start getting risky. Let's start doing some crazy stuff. Then they get, taken out on rotation or do something silly. And then they go back to ultimate safety and just start going ham. It's just weird.
Oh hey,
So-
I'm a dum dum, bro. I
happened?
never gave my pick, did I?
You didn't, you sneaky.
I
little
don't think I
sneaker.
did. I got yours excuse. I'm gonna go with Dope Slayers. They haven't done anything yet. I don't see them in the zone anywhere. I'm just gonna go Dope. We'll make it official.
Oh, they're
here
gonna
they
fight
are.
right now.
Here they are.
Want to
Zooming in. All right. Well, hey, called that at a perfect time. But yeah, I haven't even seen them in action yet. Had no idea where they're at. But I just figured, YOLO, let's pick somebody that isn't completely skewed at this point. I think I'm gonna go with N-Hyper. Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah, say, and Hyper looking pretty good. I mean, I'll tell you what, I saw them battle up YKG a little earlier, and that's on this rotation. So next zone going all the way to the southwest side. Maybe we
Dude,
get a
look at Trick and Klaus on the map. Trick and Klaus are still eyeballing each other over in Novo.
No
They're
way.
in the blue zone. Both of them trying to do, some 10 paces turnaround type of action over there. I don't know what's going on.
Some shenanigans, I'll tell you that. I mean, the chances of them even making into this next zone are. What would you put it at, PB?
They got 5
100%.
alarms.
100%?
Nice.
Yeah, they're
I'm
both
gonna
going to make it.
94. 94. Because
It's probably more realistic. I mean, I guess nothing's a sure thing besides Swancho being a beast.
well, Ultimate Gaming getting taken out right there was 100%. That was a sure thing.
I've never seen
about Golden
anything
Eagles?
more sure in my life. They're in a world of hurt right now. Stranger and Beowulf getting just picked apart. Hopefully they've got some help nearby, and they do. It's still in a vehicle though, and Baby Tang and Mitsuki.
Oh,
Well,
they got chased down, bro.
Let's just say they're looking awfully like the Ultimate Gaming squad.
They got chased down.
Well, hey, CN
The
Challenger division.
sad- Yeah,
In
that's
a
what I was gonna say.
clown
The
car.
sad part is it's confirmed Golden Eagles will be appearing in the Challenger Finals. That is our first confirmed team. That will be
Excuse.
Making a Journey.
This is huge. So clutch. So clutch.
Execute has opened the door. Hot Jukes. Execute was
They're
sitting
like
at
all
12
playing like a
with
classic
only
match, bro.
4-point lead. It's man, it's Execute. It's Golden Eagles ain't gonna pass them, but Team Mobility has the option to pass them right now.
What is
Boat's gotta basically win
happening?
this game if they want to do some passing. But But I think Excuse and Mobility are the teams to watch right now, as they could leapfrog into the Premier Finals.
And that was Excuse that take him out. So if anything's going to hype them up because they know the door is open, it's that. So they are down a member, but with 4 eliminations to start things off, it's looking pretty good here, but they still got a lot of work to do.
100%.
You
corrected me so politely.
What was that?
Behind. They don't see that guy by the tree.
You're just really sweet. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't even realize I did.
Dukes.
Oh,
What can
okay.
you do?
Now they saw.
All right, what can you do? Oh, you can hit a nade like that. Oh, legend.
I was right.
Looking pretty
I was just making
good.
sure Execute went down. I was like, they got some elims there. They got a couple points. No, when you said that, I
Oh,
was
the
like,
squad wiper
they
weapon.
got some kills. Maybe they didn't die, and then I checked the little live track, and they're out. So no, they,
Out of there.
What is happening?
they've got a
Okay.
6-point margin right now on Mobility. They've got some ground to make up for sure. And
All right,
Hyper, though,
nice.
is trying to leave no doubt, and they are trying to get those bonus points. We haven't talked about the bonus points much, but basically, the higher in the rankings you finish, the more
Both.
bonus points you get. And
Now both
oftentimes
coming
we
up.
see in the finals, those bonus points, literally 1 point, can make the difference between just a tremendous amount of outcomes.
Oh,
and
they
even
know
some
he's
cash
behind
money.
that tree.
And you can see Bope saying, like, come on, man. I'm just trying to make it to the finals. I'm at the bottom. And out of all the teams they go up against, it's in Hyper. So Nightcrocs
Ooh, squad wipe.
just adding
Woo,
to the
woo.
bonus points.
Go on,
of
Hyper.
But looks like we got some
Is
overall
your Discord
rankings
open?
here,
Yeah,
PB.
my Discord is open.
Well, here we go. We've got the overalls for the moment, and as we see, this is after Game 3. So as we go into Game 4 here, you can see C4 clinging to a lead, but in Hyper already with 9 points this game. I mean, sheesh, they've closed the gap. But we'll see if they're able to overcome that that deficit there. But really, all eyes on the bottom of this table. Execute already out. That's tough. That is tough.
I mean, Team Mobility is still in
I
this,
mean,
right? Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
only
They're still in this,
one
so they have
message I
definitely
think
a
that
chance.
came.
The door is really open for Excuse to make that hero of a comeback and clutch their way in one more time. And I like what you said earlier, because
And
it's true.
Hyper with 9
Regardless,
kills,
even if Excuse
9
doesn't make it,
elimination guys.
The fact that they got to play against these teams, this experience alone is worth it. And they weren't even guaranteed to make it into the Challenger Finals anyway. So, a great story there. But again, right, if the door's open, you gotta walk through it, PB. That's the problem. You gotta walk through it.
Yeah, and after we saw those corrected scores, now I'm kind of taking a peek at the overall standings, and it's really close. We talked about Phoenix a little bit. They are 1 point ahead of the Golden Eagles, so Phoenix is in 11th. They have 45. Golden Eagles came into the match with
Ooh,
44.
NHP is fighting
Execute
YKG right
came in
now.
with 43 and
They're
are
full
eliminated
sending
already.
it, I think,
so
to
Mobility and
YKG.
Excuse right now, gosh, they need to pull some elims together, finish high, I hope, and both of those have the potential. Both of those teams could qualify
Ooh,
from being on the bottom right now.
no. Okay.
Nice shots from 24K, though. This is a battle two of the top teams in this
We
league,
lost
YKG
kindness.
and Hyper going at it. You can see 24K trying to get some pre-nades out. The next zone does pop on over, and Team Mobility have a great spot
Oh, they're
in this
gonna
one,
rush this.
DB, so it could be
Ooh.
time for them to clutch it up. Oh, QZ's on fire!
What a beautiful molly, though. I mean, had he been able to get out of the window safely, that
Oh, it's
would've
only
been
Fears
impressive.
left.
YKG, they're going to have to probably bail on this fight, and Hyper's just too strong right now. It
Oh, we
is
didn't lose
kinda
anybody? I thought
ridiculous.
Kindness
10
was
elim
knocked.
points at this point. They're about to pick up
Maybe
another 11.
I
And they are going
misunderstood.
hunting. They know who they're
I
fighting at this
misunderstood what
point,
happened.
and Fears took off. I think Hyper's going to be chasing them. You can see on the minimap there.
It was a good
They've
molly,
got company.
but they
This
managed to
gives
knock
me glimmer of hope
that player
from
from
Hyper,
YKG
because
first. So that's
I said
good.
earlier, like the thing that they struggle with the most is just pure clutchness, right? They fight so well. Middle tournament
Oh,
start.
they're chasing him. They're
but did
chasing
they
him. They're
actually
chasing
pop
him.
a tire from Fears?
Yep. Rin stopped on the top there and took it out. And he is now grabbing some angles, and you're going to see the rest of the team probably join him here shortly. Really interesting play here from Hyper. I was actually surprised to see Rin chase as long as he
Wait,
did. I
he
thought
must-
he was going to chill.
Ren must see him.
But no, he got out and popped some shots, and good
Yeah,
job from
he
him.
sees him.
Wow.
You see Fears here on the off angle. Rin's just going nuts right now. Huge plays from him.
Blew
And
up
here's
the
the
car,
rest
blew
of
up
the
the
team,
car,
and
blew up the
Hyper's going
car.
to hit him from the other angles. God, that was brilliant.
This is the aggressive and Hyper I have just been begging for, because they always seem to route to, like I said, safety, just playing super safe, not wanting to push squads early on. But now they're getting aggressive, and look at them, 12 eliminations. I hope this is just a huge lesson that just sticks in their head and realize, hey, you know what? When we got the right plays, we got the angles, let's just get it done and rack up some points.
Crazy stuff from InHyper. I love what you're saying here. It's impressive, to say the least. So really nice job to them just chasing down YKG and sending them back to the lobby. So what we're seeing right now is YKG will not take all of the bonus points here for the qualifiers. And they won't even finish, I don't think, in the top 3. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I believe they came into the game 4th. So with that, they leave with 0 points. And so they'll have to settle for 4th in the qualifiers.
Well, Trick mailed off that letter.
Yeah, we're trying to move QZZ to Canada for PMPL America so that he can play from Canada with better ping at least.
It's not looking too good. He's not looking too healthy. But he is my quarry, and I doubt we're going to see a team really look in that direction. So he could be here for a while.
Very well could be. It's really interesting to see K19, you know, with all new player names. Kind of take some getting used to, Jukes.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a new K19 roster, but I think we see some good signs of life from them, right? I think FY in particular, I mean, the
Told you they
start
made
that
the zone.
yeah, they did. That was a beautiful rotation.
Skipper and Klaus, they're like, we here.
You did.
Time to start fighting.
100%. And we saw Trick make it in too. So you were that prediction.
But I think also
correct,
they're
Phoebe.
gonna try to
I owe
get
you a
not
dollar.
only QC but
we
GK
didn't pay anything.
first to come
There's
to
no wager.
Canada.
Okay, you're right.
And
Sorry.
I mean,
we're
come on.
live,
hopefully
it's not bad.
it works because they need visa
I will
to
say,
come
though,
to Canada.
Dauntless is like, yeah,
so
let's
they're
fight,
gonna
but
try their
InHyper's
best.
like, gosh, you're late to the party, man. We've been throwing down. Mobility taking up the high ground at Quarry, and this is interesting. They've got a
get
two-man
them
squad
to
in front of
Canada.
them, in Klaus and Skipper. But depending on who else rolls up to the top of Quarry, they could be challenged here. I mean, they just got to hope not to stick anyone out there too far. But they're right in the middle of the zone. They're going to have to fight for this spot, though.
Oh, the A-dub coming out here. What are you looking at? And you can see
They're going to push this?
mobility. That's a scary push. I don't even think they're going to do it. But regardless, it looked good. But they need these
Looks like
eliminations,
Phoenix will be, they need the elims. The Phoenix is going to be joining them up there as well here shortly. That's what they're going to take up the other side of Quarry.
I want to see InHyper push this. I mean, it's wide on the open.
InHyper's got 10 points margin right now on C4, and C4's down to 1 player. InHyper's going to come back and win this.
Oh, Team Mobility, though, fighting for their tournament life. They have some good angles here. I think Kimchi might be able to land this Molotov. If not, it's going to be a little short. Yeah, and that's what it is, just slightly short. Bray living for just a while longer. But yeah, they need to get this done.
Kimchi is going to try to not land on the reverse end of a highlight today. Last game, he ended up underneath a car.
That's
and,
true.
This game, we're going to try to figure out if we can be on the other side of things. Look at that. Another knock. Dope getting picked apart here. This is my pick to win the match with absolutely no context at all. One eliminated here, so Mobility's on the board.
It was a bold
They got
strategy.
3 elims at this point. This is big for them, and they've got a couple more here that are kind of easy claps if they can just make the push together. And it looks like they're doing that. Ayuya goes down.
They're off
And they should be able to
angle.
get an easy flush.
This is huge. This is so huge for Team Mobility. They need... They're not done yet, though. This nade from Kimchi is looking to be on point. Oh, beats up Nesquik quite a bit. But nice shots from Bray. Shuts him down.
Dope eliminated. And just like that, Mobility, 6 elims.
Ooh,
Will
QZ
that
down.
be enough for them? They are right on the edge. I believe that puts them
QZ
equal
out.
with Phoenix, but Phoenix is still in the game
Ooh.
and can say something about it.
They haven't said
They're
anything
fighting
yet, though. 0
K19.
eliminations to their
Nice.
name.
I think Mobility
Nice
might have done
save.
enough there, Jukes, though. Now
The
they got to
zone
worry
is
about
coming.
will
That's
Excuse
not no bueno. Get
pass
on,
them
get
up,
on.
though, because Excuse has got
Drive
5,
over them.
and they're still in as well.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, and Hyper just on a tear right now. Looking to break a record here for the Titan series. And I wouldn't doubt if they do. They did lose 1 player, but they're still in this. We're gonna have a quarry finish. We have not
Quarry
seen
finish.
a quarry
Oh,
finish
JK got 1 of 19.
like this.
Oh, they're
in
gonna
a while.
gatekeep them from the zone.
So, and Hyper, they know this spot real well. Oh, and they have the angle on K19. They're done for.
This is the worst spot in PUBG Mobile to be in. When the circle goes to quarry and you're like, basically we're at K19
Okay.
right now. There's nothing you can do.
They're pushing. Run.
FY says, I'm going
Except
to do
for drive
something.
away while nobody shoots at you. I mean, what the heck?
That is how you do it. That is how you do it, PB. FY pulling out the magic here. Phoenix needs to pull some magic too if they want to stay in this tournament.
I am shocked that In Hyper let them get away. They were dead to rights out there in that field.
Oh, but FY gets taken down by Fishy.
Klaus is still in this, going to town, dude.
Kimbat's still doing some major work with that AWM up on top. Team mobility
Who would have?
racking up some points. That's a beautiful nade from Klaus.
wow.
Klaus is on fire.
Who would have thought that the way they started this game, 2 people wiped
Right?
immediately, that they would be this aggressive and just destroying late in this game? They got 5 elims now. You got to look at this as a major success for Dauntless.
Klaus is a monster. I'll tell you what. He's definitely one of my players that I'm
15
He's in my top
elims
3.
by
He's in my
Hyper.
fave 5. He's in my top 8. Shout out
Whoa.
Tom to MySpace.
wow. On the fave 5 list. Free minutes.
Fave 5, bro. T-Mobile.
Fave free minutes all day
This
long.
is a very
You
aggressive
pick one of
gameplay
them,
for
and that is
Hyper.
one of
It's a
PB's
very good day
picks.
for them.
So, quite
Right.
an honor, I would say. So, Ghoul
They
looking
know
to
C4 is in
possibly
that.
add his name to that list if he clutches this, but he doesn't.
Oh, they got him. Good.
GK almost got caught with his primed nade at his feet as he was taken down by Ghoul. That was almost tragic for N Hyper. But he'll get patched out back in the fight as they've worked their way down.
After
into
this game,
quarry a
definitely
little
N
bit.
Hyper is in
And
first
the
place.
zone has gone a bit north and is favoring mobility here. They're on
Red.
the gatekeep. Kimchi, don't do the highlight thing. I told you.
Oh.
Oh man, how did that miss?
The
He
zone.
ate that nade, and Rin is just within this next zone. Oh, nice prediction one from him as well.
Nice.
But if you can't get it done with a nade, get it done with that UMP.
Wow.
He hits the headshot too. The accuracy is insane.
Rin is on fire. He's gonna land this nade.
Oh, I
have a
hope he
feeling.
lands the
Is-
nade.
Oh, is he gonna triple? Bro, they're stacked.
Oh,
They're
Oh,
stacked.
land the
run,
nade
Corgi,
up.
run.
Kimbap's about to get bimbapped right off the face of the map. Come on, Ren.
He has no more nades, I think.
Oh, he's out of utility. He's got nothing left to throw. If he
Oh.
did, I mean, hell, throw a med at him. Maybe you can hit him with that. I don't know if it does damage if it's a direct hit, but dude, they were stacked up and it was scary.
Headshot.
And In Hyper still has 16
They still
elims
have
with
the
a lot of
zone,
people left
yeah.
on the map.
But
They're
all the
going for that
players have the
record.
zone now.
So two
still.
teams still in this. That is huge.
But they have to
Team
watch the
mobility,
top
an
side because they
excuse.
have the
They're
top
still alive,
advantage.
PP. They're still alive. They're trying to make it into the premier finals here, but they got to deal with N Hyper, and they got to deal with them now because the more this team breathes, the more
Ooh, they see-
dangerous
he
they
sees
get.
him.
And Craze is right in the sights of Rin here.
Rin, don't
Oh,
do it.
kindness.
Nice.
What were you
All right,
doing?
well,
that was the wrong
Ability
spot.
loses one. Yeah, that was. Rin marked him. You could tell by the way he scoped in. Marked him and then kind of like, I got that angle, no problem.
Gotcha. Oh, excuse in the worst spot ever, too.
Oh, they are. Trey's got to hold this down, though. He's got the backside pressure coming in from an HP here. This is scary. Kimchi, again, trying his hardest to lay down the law. I don't know, man. Nova is just steamrolling, bro.
Ooh.
17 elims now, and here
Gosh.
comes
Rin is going to take
the
out team
utility.
ability
They
for
found
sure.
some loot.
And Hyper unstoppable.
Ooh, and Hyper
right
has
now.
a
I mean, they can end this
zone.
easy with 20 plus, and I think they're gonna with how they're looking so far. GK first with this angle, and they got the zone too. What more do they want?
No. They really did. Man, and look at that. The nade gets Kimchi just like that. Another
Ooh,
knock.
so
Rin
close.
taking damage there. Trey, this is your time to throw that molly, bro.
GK first saying, "Hey, do you like some grenades? It's gonna look pretty good." Oh,
Kindness
right off the
finding
mark, but here comes
Dauntless.
excuse. Perfect timing for
You're
this.
a knight.
Finally goes down. Skipper finally goes down. Who would have thought they were going to take a top 5 the way they started, man? Impressive stuff from Dauntless, and they will wrap up probably a top 3. We'll check the
That's
stats
very
here
true,
after the
Senna.
game.
Oh,
Trey.
Trey.
How?
Trey cooking. cooking whatever he wants right there on that fire. Oh, but this fire he ain't gonna be able to put out. It's too good.
man.
Laser beam
Oh.
in. Trey still alive.
It's
so
on the
GK,
wrong
think about
side.
his perspective, right? If he didn't see Trey go in
Oh,
there, he's throwing
baby.
a molly in there and a nade.
Excuse with the most ridiculous nade, baby.
I think did they just go out? No, they didn't. They
No,
got two
they're
left.
still alive.
It was a crazy push.
It's us versus Wanted
Wanted
Vigilantes.
Vigilantes has not been making a lot of noise here, even though they have the high ground. Trey still alive in that shack. I don't know how.
How many nades does he have?
Seriously. I don't know if they know he's there, Jukes. I think it'd be funny if they didn't. Oh, he crossed, so they definitely know he's there now. But yeah, multiple throwables into this little shack, and somehow,
big shack.
some way, still alive.
It's a big
Yeah,
shack.
it's spacious. And Hyper has just set the record for elims in a game, I believe. Wasn't
Wow.
it
Rin
19?
is down.
Well,
It's not-
they ain't done yet. They ain't done. It could have been 21.
Oh, it was
20
21.
kills.
It was 21.
9 plus 10 is 21. But how many
my
did they
gosh.
end with?
That's redonkulous, dude. That is
That's the right
crazy.
word. That is
And
the right
Hyper.
adjective. Redonkulous. Indeed.
And Hyper just came out. I mean, this is a foregone conclusion at this point. C4,
And Hyper. And
it was a
Hyper,
good show
and
for
Hyper.
3.7 weeks. Or 2.7, not the full 3. C4 put on a
Hashtag
good show.
run
They
it
thought they
Hyper.
had it. They thought the distance was too great. But in Hyper came into this last match and they said, we see your 21 elims. Something like that. I'm just kind of laughing in the words of kindness here.
Oh my.
How kindness probably laughs.
He laughs
But
like
man, that was crazy. Absolutely nuts.
24
That's
The winner chicken
elims.
dinner, 4,100 damage, Jukes.
Wow.
Redonkulous.
4,100. That's over 1,000 a player. I mean,
That's a lot.
what?
That's a lot. I mean,
Wow.
24 eliminations and only 3 revives.
That's called steamrolling.
Wow.
Steamrolling.
Way to
and
go.
Hyper showing us what it's done. You know what everyone did there is they watched the freaking chiffon tutorial videos right before that match. Got it locked in. They turned on the gears, and you see what happens. So shout out chiffon. Check out the channel because you might be able to play like this too. And Hyper getting it done. Game number 4.
By the way,
Mustache
that's
Dave,
facts.
dude. You were sitting on the
Chiffon's
sideline,
tips and
probably
tricks
having another
for
taco.
close combat, for
what'd you
our sensitivities. It really helps if you're just trying out to be like really good.
I know.
Caw.
If I had one thing to say about Golden Eagles right now, it would be this.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Bamboozled.
That's all we would say.
Bamboozled, as Natura and Hot Jukes would say.
That's true.
The Golden Eagles have
The good-
been bamboozled.
The good news is, though, Dave,
Let's go.
last season, same story,
Isn't
right?
that what
Same
you said?
sad.
I thought
That's
it was.
right.
Anyway.
That's that synergy.
Yeah.
That synergy,
Yeah.
baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Did you have your index finger up there as well, Hot Jukes?
His tricks works for others, but not for him. It works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work because of the situation.
But train wreck here. And that is not what
But
they
that
were
was
hoping
an
for.
insane ending
made it
to
to
the
zone,
match.
but it was Klaus and Dauntless who finished in the top 5 here. Really nice showing from them. And Natura, you had to love what you saw from Hyper this match.
Oh, absolutely. You always love when you see one team that's just completely just steamrolling, I think was the word used. Steamrolling through the lobby. It's so much fun to watch. Not so much to be on the receiving end of it, but so much fun to watch as a spectator. And Hyper just brought the magic, didn't they? They found something, right? They gone. So a switch was flipped. There we go. A flip was switched with Hyper there. They really just turned the tables, got those eliminations, knew what they had to do, you know, and something has to be said for just reserving all that energy for the final game, because you really take a lot of teams by surprise as well when you do that kind of thing. I mean, Bope here, they tried, they had 0 chance. K19, they tried, they had 0 chance. When you have a team like Hyper that just bring it to the next level like that, there's not a whole lot the rest of the lobby can do. So very much a GG's to Hyper there.
I agree completely. Man, we have ourselves a doozy on our hands here. This is one of the most enjoyable end zones I've seen in a while as far as like the angles, the elevation. We got multiple levels of play going on. It was just absolutely nuts here. You saw the Wanted Vigilantes making an appearance in the final circle, but you saw the way Hyper just uniformly pushed the edge of that that ridge and just destroyed everyone all at the same time. But
Oh,
here,
and Hyper.
wow.
11?
Wow. You thought it was pretty cool earlier watching, you know, I don't remember who it was. I think it was K19.
But that name from Vin is wrong.
It was FY.
Kindness is like, I see you.
And
what's his name?
kindness with
FY. What do you think that stands for, PB?
kindness with so many S's. I think it's only 2 S.
Fiscal year? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
accounting nerd.
Accounting.
Friggin'.
Definitely.
Yeah, just counting up his chickens, you know?
True.
We'll work our way up to there, but anyway, you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch.
That's
man,
true.
oh man. Crazy stats from Hyper to end up this one. Kindness pumping a lot of damage, a lot of elims. I mean, the thing is, we saw 4,100 damage from Hyper. Their top damage was 1,500. So what do you think about the distribution of that damage throughout the roster? You know, you got to be looking at an absolute ton of damage coming through from the rest of the team as well. So, you know, impressive stuff. That's still 26 damage across 3 players. 2,600 rather.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right,
you're looking
I
at,
am going
like,
to give the
900
last
damage
UC
average
code,
per player.
guys.
Crazy.
Are you
Just absolutely
ready?
incredible
Kindness,
performance.
too.
The code will be here,
is that
released
I
down.
appreciate, you know, I'm a connoisseur of shotguns,
The final
right?
code for
And
today.
I'm all about
TBS
the
Dave.
TBS, of course, but Kindness has been one of the players that kind of can see in the future.
Make
knows the
sure
TBS most
you
likely will
are
get nerfed.
ready
So with that in
to get
mind,
the
has been
code.
rocking the SK12, one of the only players in the lobby to consistently have that gun.
All right,
so
let me know if you
shotgun meta
redeemed it.
Is here for sure.
I'm gonna
and I
release
like
the code
how
in 5
Kindness is kinda
seconds.
thinking ahead of the curve right there.
5, 4,
Yeah, you love to see it. Kindness getting it
3,
done. You know, I will say
2,
that we had some of
1.
the teams make it certainly interesting.
There's
right?
the
We were watching
code.
the bottom
Good
of the tables that game, and we saw the likes of Execute go out early in this one. Not early, but they made it mid-game. Excuse took them out at the compound there west of Pachinki. That was unfortunate for Excuse. That probably will not serve them well in the overalls as we look towards you know, relegation here. We'll have stats here shortly, but
You
we
redeemed
also saw
it.
Excuse.
Very good.
They did a bit, but also I don't know if they did enough.
So we won the
right?
first
Right.
Ergo match
They
and
made
we
it
won the
towards
last
the end
Ergo
of the map.
match.
They had some elims, but they didn't go off, and they kind of needed to go off there in order to cement their name in that top 12. Here is your top 3 for each match tonight. Anything that you notice, Hot Juice?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Hyper is here to play. They just got it done towards the end, which is something I was hoping to see them do today, and they did. So that was definitely stand opener. Of course, you know, the Panthers and Sandhawk. That was just that was a highlight reel moment. So that was beautiful. But you know, other than that, it's crazy to see with these new rosters, you know, how it's changed this tournament. I think in K19 starting off with that new squad, I think is definitely a little bit of light of hope for them.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Jukes.
NSB won
I
big
see
time.
one thing kind of notable on that list of results there, and you know, in the first week we saw C4 Esports finishing in the top 3 every single game.
Yeah.
And in the last week here, we saw not a single top 3 placement from C4. So all they had to do this week was a little bit, and they didn't. So that was a tough way to go out in this one. But the good news for them is they will secure a lot of bonus points to take with them
That's
to
true.
the Premier Finals. So overall, pretty excited with their performance personally. I got to feel that they should, you know, I'm sure it feels kind of disappointing to get overtaken when you have a big lead built up like that. But if you were to rewind the clock, you know, 3.5 weeks, and you were to tell C4 going into Premier, like, hey, you guys are going to finish, you know, second place overall to Hyper, like, would you feel good with that? I
Well,
think that they would take that, you know?
I'll say this, right? And Hyper had that feeling in PMPL. So it's important for C4 to learn that feeling, right? Before they start getting into those kind of tournaments. So I think it was a great learning moment for them.
Absolutely. So why don't we check a bit of the recap action here as we kind of formulate our final overall
Will you
standings
come live
for
on finals?
Titan Series
If I
Season
have
1
time, yeah,
qualifiers
I
for
will
the Premier
stream on
Division,
finals.
and we see who is going to join our 12 finalists from the Challenger Division as well, and also who is going to be cruising
Finals
through
will
to the
be
career
next
finals
week on
here next
Thursday,
but
so
Nefera, take away the
I
replay.
think I will
Yes, sir. Let's
have
get
time.
it going. So, yeah, I just wanted to make a few comments about the N-Hyper and then Team Mobility thing that happened here. I'm not going to really call it a fight because it was more of a standoff than anything else. And I think Team Mobility gave us a great example of kind of what not to do. Like, I understand it's a very open space right there. They can't just full send it. Then that would bring the advantage over to N-Hyper, right? However, Team Mobility did nothing with this. They had that height advantage. They had the zone advantage. As far as they're concerned, N-Hyper are at this disadvantage just because of that low ground. They have a very nadeable position. Where were the nades? Heck, where were the smokes? You know, the smokes just to make them startle a little bit, start out of their positions, you know, try and make them panic slightly. There was nothing. And I don't know if they didn't
Tell 'em,
have
sister.
those. Well, where were they? There was
Preach.
nothing.
Yeah,
there
tell
was
'em.
zero follow-up. And they just basically just handed over control over to N-Hyper. They were like, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, go ahead. We don't really want to win anyway, so, you know, just have it. That's fine. And
Tell
it's
'em.
like, you had everything right there. But that's frustrating, but yeah.
Natura, taking him to church. Hot Jukes,
It's
I
gotta
think
be
she's
done.
absolutely right. Another thing, I mean, hey, say they're out of utility, right? Say they burned it all up. Although I never saw any smokes being used. They were in that position early, entrenched on the top of quarry. Never really saw them smoke out their position at any point. Let's say, for the sake of argument, they were out. Why did you run across right in front, like, back up to the building
You should
and
take at least 2
safely
shots to kill a
make the
DPS,
gap
yeah.
cross? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was baffling to
Not
me.
one shot.
You know that Ran or somebody is just sitting there at that ridge, just waiting
Looking.
to pop up, you
Yeah.
know? And if you
Yeah.
can't use the nades to whack-a-mole, like, come on, man. Retreat a little bit, regroup on the other side, but ultimately just kind of handed it over. I don't
Okay.
know.
We're
Look.
not going to talk about the watchtower. We're just
Yeah, like Craze going to that watchtower was crazy, right? But on top of that, I just think it's just inexperience from just end game, right? Because you just see them; they haven't gotten those end games a lot. So I think there was just all
Someone
nerves
is
at play.
cooking
You saw just a
food
little
in
scatterbrain.
the house,
But
and they're
hopefully, as
not
time
using
goes
the
on, this is the
fan.
place, right? This is the place to learn and
yeah.
really adapt. So hopefully, we'll see team mobility get better every game as it goes on.
The
Exactly.
Titan series, forged in fire.
Also,
Absolutely.
with that, you know, I'm thinking as Mobility walked up into that tower, it was like speech balloon. It was like, guys, watch this, and then just immediately shot from 42
That's
different
food
angles
in there.
out to the lobby. All good, no big deal. Anyways, big props to N-Hyper. We're gonna take a quick break while we calculate the final scores. We'll be back in just a moment to get
Is
this thing
Mustache
settled
Day really
once and for
45?
all. The season's
I
moving
don't
on to the
know.
finals. We'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Duck back in, get
35
that cover,
or
but
45?
reinforcements have arrived. K-Knight, ooh, nice nade. Oh, Scooby taking the knock. Can he get the follow-up here for the finish? And he cannot. Nice connection. Great answer there from K-19.
I don't think he's 45.
With the zone now applying the additional pressure.
If you said
we see
35,
Casper cooking a grenade,
yeah,
toss that boy
okay.
right into Kindness, saying you can have it, Kindness, grenade themselves, go for that 360 toss, and
Right? Just a little kindness.
Is she found the IGL? No. It is
forgets Bang with the molly. Chronix with the grenade.
Ren
Toss Chronix,
and,
who just setting it.
QZ.
Chronix wants to end this
Where's the
right
rest
here,
of the
right
team?
now, but Bang with not one, but two!
Ren is IGL and
And while they think
QZ
they're still
is
solo, just kind
co-IGL.
of fish in a barrel, they're peeking a little bit more, you know, more than they might, showing their body and ultimately getting pieced up there. And now wanted vigilantes,
Wow.
geez, just getting destroyed. C4 just inching their way forward. I mean, it's honestly the angle of JP up top that's holding these guys down.
I mean,
Klaus and
Shifan
company
is
have to make
IGL
a
when he's
play on
playing
this
with them,
angle
but
of
he's
the
not
lower
playing with
players
them.
before
So
they can
Rin is
focus their attention
IGL
up the hill.
and
Goal
QZ is
just needs to throw the
co-IGL.
nade, just pre-fire the smokes. That's perfectly placed. One more. And
But when
Dominus is
Shifan
done
is playing
for.
with them,
C4 should have
Shifan
this,
is
but it's
IGL.
Klaus. Surviving.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he eats a
Beautiful
nade to
nade.
the face and spits it out. Gets the first aid off.
There.
Look at that.
hungry.
Look at that.
Hot Jukes always has the best sound effect when he's commentating, especially when he screams. Alright, so Rin is IGL Fragger, QZ is co-IGL Fragger, Shifan is co-IGL Fragger, GK First is Fragger, and Kindness is Fragger. No, I'm not going live tomorrow. Next time I go live will probably be next Thursday.
We are back with you. The chat waits with bated breath, and so do we for the final results
Let's
here.
see
I wanna
who's first
moving on
place.
and who's not.
That's definitely gonna be
we
on
got
Hyper.
everybody moving on somewhere from this group, which is really, really cool. I'm watching chat here, saying some nice things. I gotta, tip the cap to people saying these nice things. It feels almost like I'm coercing them to do so, but I'm not. So again, appreciate the love, guys. You guys are the best. Shout out Dabs for hanging out and watching mini games through the series. If you guys haven't checked out Dab over on his YouTube channel, definitely do that. I know that we've had an insane qualifier season. Again, some newcomers making a splash, making a name for themselves, and I'm excited to see in the finals where it's all on the live.
Customs win. I need to do a lot of
what's gonna
things
go down.
first.
So we've got a little bit more to take a peek at here from last game's
We'll
winners.
see.
Absolute bonkers performance, Hot Jukes. What the heck happened with Nova Hyper? I mean, they went off.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's in the water over there and on Hyper, but they drank a lot of it because they went hamon here in the last
Remove
game.
your exit is
It was
ugly.
absolutely
No, it's
ridiculous.
not.
I mean, it's
Shush.
not something that I've seen
I
from
love
them
it.
normally. I mean, usually last game they play real passive, real safe, but it looks like they just turned it on.
I
They said,
spent
you
a
know
lot
what?
of money on
We're
that
gonna go
exit.
crazy. We're gonna just push every single team. And honestly, I think that's where
No,
NO
it's not
and
the
Hyper
ugliest
really,
everyone
really
made. There's another
thrives,
one
is when
that's
they're
like
just pushing
strange.
aggressively as a squad with an off angle somewhere.
No,
This team makes it
it's
happen.
prettier than the Sylvanas.
Well, I mean, they got the chicken dinner in that first game, right? We saw the run over to end game one kind of emphatically, but here coming into game four, this is where, I mean, it started off with Ultimate. I mean, just look at how efficient that was. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're out of here. It was ridiculous. And it just never slowed down. Mustache Dave, have you ever seen
1
an
HP
hyper
kindness.
on... I mean, are we going to test him for performance-enhancing drugs here? This was crazy.
I mean,
Do it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, whatever Clinton wants to do, we'll get it done here, PV. But
No.
today and Hyper,
Besides,
in my professional opinion, here at
besides
Farm
the
in
one,
Lobby, I think
I
today
put a
was them
poll
just
on my
vibing
Twitter
out,
and
farming in the
Instagram
lobby
account
with the limb points that
about
we
which
saw,
was the
especially
next
that
giveaway you
last
guys
match.
wanted
They were just
between
popping
Royal
off, man.
Pass
Hey,
and
look at
X
this
Suit.
right here.
Majority of the people
4K
voted for X Suit.
plus damage done.
So the next giveaway will be
Insane
X Suit.
day
That's a lot.
for Hyper here, PV.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an average day at the office for old Power Bang. When I solo squad,
True.
I do
With the
24
revolver.
minimum.
With the revolver.
Yeah.
With the revolver.
the
So
revolver,
incredible
always.
stuff there. Game 4. That was beyond what I've seen.
I
That's
like the
gonna
kill
max
message
out your
for
performance graph for in Hyper today. And again,
the
C4
vampire-
Neptura,
vampire.
I want to get your take on how they might be feeling after this one, because again, you were riding heavy for
Yeah,
C4
but then they didn't see
this
the
whole
skins
time.
for
And
the
how do
RP
you
pass.
feel,
There is
you know, now that they've been knocked off the pedestal?
a grenade kill message
you know,
in
not
the
all
RP
that bad,
pass.
honestly. I think they didn't really try. I don't want to say they didn't try, because they were definitely trying in the first half, but I think they saw that today wasn't going their way, and they decided, you know what, we've done enough. It doesn't really matter either way if a team does end up going past us at this stage. We've already made it, so let's just go back a little bit, pull back, just have some fun, relax a
Maybe,
little bit, try
but
some stuff out, and just have
People
a good
really want the
experience
X
tonight,
suit, whether
you know, that sort of
they
thing. I think that's
if
probably
they
what's
want the
going
X
through
suit,
their
then
head
I
right
assume
now,
they
and
like the
honestly,
skin.
kudos to them. That's fair. So we'll see them finals, and they should be
They
back
like the skin
to,
enough to have an
back
X
to
suit.
top shape.
We'll have to see if C4 qualified for the Premier Finals. I don't know if they had enough points to
The
get
ones
it
I
done.
post on
We'll
IG
check the standings.
slaps.
The good
Yeah,
news
they're
is, though, the
some of my
standings are
favorites.
ready to roll. Let's check out this
Let's
fourth and final game
go.
first
And
off,
Hyper
and
with
you'll
34
see a
points.
lot of points
C4?
here from
Woo!
Hyper.
This guy.
I don't know if Hyper was able to climb that 13-point gap. I mean, with only 34 points at the top of this
I don't
table,
know.
you know, I don't know if my maths are correct, but I think they're looking pretty good to get them 10 bonus points. I don't know. But interestingly enough, on this first page, you can see Team Mobility and Excuse.
I want the
really
gilded
leading those
set.
points. They each finish with 11. Now for Mobility, I like where that puts them, but Excuse, I don't know if it's enough. We'll have to wait and see as this goes on. But if we take a peek at the second page here, this is where things get a little interesting because, well, Execute, they didn't do much.
Yeah.
They got 2. Golden Eagles here, Dave. I mean, they got a big goose egg, man. They're not
all
the Golden
planned.
Gooses.
That's
The
all.
Golden Eagles. Why didn't they soar, Dave? What happened,
It's
Dave?
all part of the plan. Listen, season 0, we saw the same thing, PV.
The companion,
Season
hella
1, they're
cute.
running
The
it
whole
back
set is
here
hella
for the
cute.
second time, they're gonna qualify through the Challenger Finals and make it to the finals again. I'm putting the mustache on it. All right, it's
There
gonna
we go.
happen.
Oh,
Making the
Team
cut.
Mobility!
Making the cut. Team Mobility. Oh, Execute.
What?
That pull up in the last game where they got wiped out. Wiped them off the top 12.
They tied. They
That's really
tied.
bad.
They needed one. They needed 1 point, bro.
Good
1
call.
point.
Oh, we are first.
Fat rip,
We
man.
win.
That's unfortunate, but
I've seen
it
chat,
goes
y'all.
to Team Mobility on elims. They pick up 2 more elims than Team Execute. You guys can check the stats over at titanseries.gg if you want to get the full scoop. And
All right,
oh
so the
man,
4
this
bottom
is,
teams
this
don't
is
make
crazy.
it. 12
I mean,
top
we did
teams
have
goes to
some
finals.
technical difficulties with the API not feeding us the right data, but we have checked it, double checked it, and put it up there. And Hyper, man, getting it done, dropping a lot of points. So that's that. They will pick up that first place here, and C4 taking a nice second place with Dauntless.
Never
wrapping up
put
the
real
top 3.
tattoo. It's not
but
a real
again,
tattoo.
Any surprises here that you see?
And anything can
Hutchins?
give you cancer, by the way.
Execute,
Doesn't have to be because
hello,
of tattoo.
right? Not
Anything
making
can
it
give you
is
cancer.
Wild.
Drinking
I
water can
think
give you cancer.
Juancho
Drinking
tried
juice
to put
can
the
give you
team
cancer.
on his back.
Anything
right?
can
'Cause
give you
that's what Juancho
cancer.
Does, okay? At the same time, when you don't got Tensa there, that weight, it gets heavier. You know what I'm saying? And for the Juancho, his legs are strong, but they just weren't that strong.
The light
It
can give
hurts
you
my heart.
cancer.
It hurts my heart.
The
'cause I think
internet
this
can
guy
give you
is a
cancer.
beast and a monster, and I would love to see him in the finals, but I have to wait. But we'll see him
Chocolate
in the
can give you
Challenger finals,
cancer.
right?
He's a monster beast, and he'll be
Monster
in the Challenger
beast.
Finals
Monster
next
beast.
Tuesday, y'all.
Yeah.
Tuesday is when you can find the Challengers going on.
Everything has
Again, I don't know
cancer.
if
It's
we
just that you
the
have to do
Challenger,
things in moderation.
Qualifiers ready. We don't, so disregard everything that I'm saying. But what I will point out is the Wall Street Bets monster of the Challenger, series is ready to roll. They're gaming. They are ready to kick some butt, and they are like, bring it. Come on, Golden Eagles. Let's see what you got. But I'm really excited to see if Execute can pull it together. Again, this wasn't their tournament. It wasn't their qualifiers the whole time. Like week 1, week 2, still got some work to do. Week 3 started to actually go okay, but like they only had 3 players. So I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? You know, like
There's that.
I don't know. They got to figure out the roster stuff for sure. Got to see some exciting new rosters tonight. A lot of new players. Nepturo, want to come to you for some final thoughts though, before we kick it out of here.
I think it was just it was a really cool night tonight. Honestly, it was different. You know, like you said, with all those new players under different teams, all that kind of switching around that we've seen. It was really interesting to just see teams kind of try and navigate this kind of new water that they've been put into. So really nice to see all that coming through again. Just a great night all around from all sides, you know, y'all, the casters, the viewers, the production, everything. So good. Just such a blast to be here again for tonight. And I'm really looking forward to next week because these teams, they got a lot of work to do.
It's going to be fire. Again, did a great job today at the desk. I loved the breakdown of the last game, especially just going hard on teams, spitting facts like it is.
Yeah.
Dave, wrap us up, man. What are you thinking? How do we shape up here after this qualifiers?
Shaping up, looking forward to the Challenger Finals where the Golden Eagles will clearly dominate there on that lobby. And shout out to K19 bringing in a completely different team today. I think they did okay for it being their first day that we've seen them here at this level of competition. So looking forward to seeing what they could accomplish in the finals. But shout out to all the viewers watching, all the compliments saying, ooh, this UI just looks so good. Like, shout out to everybody watching here tonight. It was a great night in the Titan series. So you'll love to see it. And that's going to be me getting bamboozled here. That's the word of the day, bamboozled. You know,
Love it.
Bamboozled.
Love it. Hey, on that note, though, you shouted out K19. I just checked. They had the second highest average placement of the night of all teams.
New team, who it is?
So in Hyper,
nice.
averaging, a 5th place finish or so. K19 right behind him, averaging 7th. Everyone else above that, basically. But shouts to K19 for putting together maybe the start of something special. Who knows? Hot Jukes, any final thoughts from you, my man?
I mean, it was awesome. Like, you know, seeing these teams, especially
My
after
bonus
PNPL,
friends are
new
stalking my
rosters, new
profile because they're
shenanigans
too
all over the
famous.
place. Getting my opportunity to cast with Neptura for the first time, the 2
Heck
microphone
yeah.
legend. It was awesome, right? And
It
I'll
was.
tell you what, you know, going into the finals, I'm only seeing the skill cap in North America just get more intense, more intense. Even and Hyper is doing things we haven't seen before, so I can't wait for the next event.
Heck yeah, man. We have the next event coming up here shortly, and that is the finals. The Challenger
Finals on
will kick off
Thursday.
Tuesday of next week. 6 matches will be played. We're going to see Vikendi. We're going to see Sandhawk and obviously Erangela and Miramar back on Tuesday. Challenger Finals. We're going to see who the top 4 will be from the Challenger Finals that will rejoin us in the Premier Finals, which will be going down on Thursday. So make sure you guys lock in this channel right here. Subscribe if you have not already, because the action does not quit. We'll be wrapping up Season 1 here next week and moving to Season 2. So make sure you subscribe, follow Titan Series GG everywhere on social media. Big shouts to all of you guys for watching, and thank you to the cast, the crew, every one of the players and teams for participating, and we will see you guys in the finals next week. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.
Alright guys, so that is it from me today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching the Titan series. We got to see Ann Hyper take 2 chicken dinners today. And we got to see Ann Hyper finish first in the Premier League. So that's nice. They're going to go play finals next week.
if I have time, I will definitely be doing a viewer party for the finals. Most likely, I will be streaming over at NHP YouTube page, just like I did today. So I have been streaming today both on my page and NHP page, but probably I'll only do NHP for next time. And yeah, good night. Have a good day. Take care. And thanks for hanging out with me. Ciao.